We were 10 minutes.
No, I set it up. It's done.
Oh, God, we're live.
Talking these motherfuckers. Okay. It's not a vibe. LB, but a live one fam. Let's get the vibe. Big something hot. I'm telling you it's gonna be something else. I'm talking like camera action. Big dog now. One shot deal. Yeah. Okay, now I'm in the spot where I wanna be. Money spent, niggas getting bent, chicks in front of me. Just the way I like it. Funny's turning something. I got a seat up in the cut and I'm burning something. Fruities dance around a nigga and I'm feeling ones. Off the top of the stairs and I'm feeling buns. Plus some dolo at the table. I'm fucking with this chick with the fat fatty and the ring up in the navel. Dances around, she struts with the fuck walk. Touches her toes so she can make her butt talk. Do what you gotta do. I ain't mad at you. Know a lot of famous women seen none as bad as you. You's a real bad girl, a nigga need that. Sipping on your Henny, asking where the weed at. Let me put you on to something. You fucking with a big nigga, no frontin'. Yeah. Shorty, turn it around, let me see something. Fucking with me, the real is gonna be something. Yeah. I'm talking lights, camera, action. And me singing, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Turn it around, let me see something. Fucking with me, the real is gonna be something. Yeah. I'm talking lights, camera, action. And me singing, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Yeah. I love the way it's going down. She got the thongs on. She started bouncing more when she heard the thong song. Them high heels got them calves looking right too. Shorty, come live with me for the nitro. Shit, I'm only trying to holler. It's only right you holler back. So where you headed? Let me follow that. And word up, I got plans for you. It's more than my tongue and my hands are do. The way you move to the music and make a nigga wanna take you up out of here, go somewhere and lose it. And your physique is off the chain. It's gonna be hard getting you off the brain. I mean, we could take a drive in the X5. The way you boogie on the floor, I know that's sex high. Use a timepiece. I'm trying to see something. Suck your teasing in your front and let me squeeze something. Shorty, turn it around, let me see something. Fucking with me, for real, it's gonna be something. I'm talking lights, camera, action. I'm just singing, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Turn it around, let me see something. Fucking with me, for real, it's gonna be something. Baby, I'm talking lights, camera, action. I'm just singing, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I got a few hours left till a nigga jack. And I'm hoping that it's you that a nigga get. Hear them calling out your name, I guess it's showtime. Get your money, shorty, let me see you pole climb. Toes out, back showing off a tattoo. Fuck the dumb shit a nigga had to snatch you. Looking as good as you smell, pay your own bills. Ass off as a cushion, pushing your own wheels. Yeah, I'm feeling you, trying to see the deal with you. What's going on later on, can I tell you? We can do anything that you wanna do. You know the way a nigga feel, all I wanna do. Get your dance on, love the way you make it moves with no pants on. Let's rock. Bounce to your man song. Let's get the goings going on before the dance on. Next stop, shorty, turn it around, let me see something. Fucking with me, for real, it's gonna be something. Yeah, I'm talking lights, camera, action. I'm just singing, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Turn it around, let me see something. Fucking with me, for real, it's gonna be something. I'm talking lights, camera, action. I'm just singing, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Shorty, turn it around, let me see something. Fucking with me, for real, it's gonna be something. Yeah, I'm talking lights, camera, action. I'm just singing, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Turn it around, let me see something. Fucking with me, let me see something. Now I'm talking lights, camera, action. Let me sing it, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Yo, turn with me now. Do my thing with me, hey, swing with me now. Think dog now, one shot deal shit. Keep it tight and this is how we feel shit. It's that real shit, it's that new shit, how we come through shit. Mr. Sex, keep shit hot with us. Let's go get them, niggas try to come get us. Back, niggas know my fucking set. Got the foodies in the back. Hey, meanwhile, we just fucking and smoking and drinking. Hey, man, it's the fuckers they thinking. Oh shit, we's high tonight. Now my niggas said, let's ride tonight. We out in Miami. We in New York. Twist the cap, pop the cork. Yeah, shorty, let me see something. Fucking with me on my team. It's gonna be something. I'm talking lights, camera, action. Have a nigga singing, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, Miss Jackson. But shorty acting like she ready for some action.
Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, everybody, Philadelphia. How are you today? Brought to you by Bud Light. My name is Quimby. I am alongside a shortened crew and a quieter crew, thank God. Diaz is spending some time with family, not birthday yet. That's next week. but spending some quality time at home or with friends, whatever. We didn't want him in here anyway. It's all good. So I'm alongside our producer, Kyle / the Gobbler. Next to him, Chris, Sackmaster, Sack Attack, Reggie. Sam Brady. What's up? You got a little excited with Mac Jones. That's your new one, huh?
Oh, God.
Yep. Yeah, we know. You're not even going to say anything. You
Built
just, sit
just
there
like
and laugh.
Tommy.
The cock with the walk, huh?
What'd you just say?
The cock with the walk.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get away with that, but have fun.
Well, I didn't even hear what he said, but I'll write it down.
Way to go.
What was this?
I was listening to Sam talk about her hatred for all of us.
And of course, your draft technician and analyst this evening, the only person that really knows anything about football in this room, Hollis Tank Thomas. What's up, baby?
Good evening. We're not idiots. and I told you that was going to be the theme today. We're not idiots. And I know everybody, I'm only going to give you a snippet of this. Everybody was looking to be pissed at the pick, and everybody was pleasantly surprised.
Yep.
And it's been an awesome day to me. I don't have anything bad to say.
Yeah, no, we're good, but we're gonna dissect it a little bit because, in all fairness, in the division, I still think we were third.
Yeah,
we were third.
Yeah, I could care, sir.
Now it's a close race,
Right?
But we'll get into that in just a second. Everybody, just so you know, week 15 of the Would You Pipe Sean McVay's fiance watch list, and everybody concur?
Yep, I concur.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
you're not allowed to say anything.
Don't twist my arm.
Sam, would you pipe Sean McVay's?
Why not? Try anything once.
That girl. There we go.
Strap it.
Awkward.
And we're going to have to cut that out soon with some of the bigger sponsors we have coming on board. Everybody, welcome to another edition of Green Legion Radio. Please rate, review, subscribe, download us on Google Tunes or iTunes or Google Play. I can do this.
Yes,
by subscribing to Green Legion Radio. The easiest thing to do as well is just download the iHeartRadio app, and you can get all 4 shows, which, by the way, one show has a massive announcement coming up on Sunday.
Can't wait.
Yeah, that's good. But you'll get Green Legion Radio, Ice to Shorts, Winter Sports with Sack and Diaz, Baseball Brunch with Murph and Sack, and, of course, Get Tanked Happy Hour with Tank and Quimby. All 4 are on iHeart's radio app. Just subscribe to 102.5 Fox Sports The Gambler or Green Legion Radio. Either one will get you where you need to be there. Green Legion is brought to you by our good friends at Bud Light, Stateside Vodka, and Stateside Bourbon, MCS Construction Services, the Neck Sip, necksip.com, as in choke you out. Hands-free, COVID-accepted drinking. And you can text while you drink. All the Kavanaugh's restaurants, Kavanaugh's River Deck, Kavanaugh's Head House, Kavanaugh's Rittenhouse, and, of course, Kavanaugh's 39th and Sansom, the University City location.
When's River Deck opening back up?
It is
It's open back up.
It is.
Yeah, they had an awesome party there the other weekend, and I wasn't invited. Thanks a lot.
We do need a post-show party there coming up.
Yes.
He couldn't say anything but yes.
And, of course, our good friends at City Fitness Philadelphia, all locations, East Market, Logan Square. And I didn't turn off my cell phone before we started this broadcast.
We're
Good work,
professional.
I swear we're not. I swear we're not. Oh, no, hold on. It's Diaz. Devontae rang the bell. Oh, he's at a Sixers
Was
game.
that Sixers game?
Yeah.
You know, we had Spadaro 2 weeks ago. We had Lito last week, and we're missing Diaz. Addition by subtraction.
Exactly, sir. Excellent. Excellent. That's the name of the show. Addition by subtraction.
Yes, I like that.
City Fitness Philadelphia, Logan Square, Graduate Hospital, East Market, Fishtown, and Northern Liberties. And, of course, if you're not in the city, across the bridge at Echelon Health and Fitness. Our good friends at Bucks County Baseball Company. The website is bigger than the showroom, buckscountybaseballco.com. And of course, the King of Prussia Diner coming on board. And we still are waiting for our car sponsor, but we think that's coming soon. So there'll be no looks around the room right now.
I know. I can feel it.
We were not going to look at you. I was looking at you side-eyed, though.
Side-eye. Side-eye. Eyes to the side. Eyes to the side. What's that from?
I thought it was
Eyes to the side.
as
Eyes to the side.
I thought
It's a movie.
I thought you were talking about squiggly line in my
In my eye fluid.
When I look at you, you scurry away.
You run away.
Are you shy, squiggly line?
Tank, what happened this week in sports history?
Well, today is May the 1st, 2021. It's the 121st day of the year. There's only 244 of these puppies remaining. I only really had one event for us today. Today in 1969, Leonard Tost bought our Philadelphia Eagles, and we went to we went to a bit of purgatory after that. But I wanted to spend the entire day on the draft, on the prospects of the draft and things that are coming up, and to tell you that this was the day in which I garnered. Remember the last week when I was telling you about the phone?
Yes.
This was the day I garnered that giant ass phone. So this was the second day of the draft was the day that I garnered the phone because my mom didn't want me to get my ass out of the house and quit sulking around the house waiting on them to call me at home. And that's what I have for you today.
We're going to stop here for a second. 'Cause
Okay.
I lost my video.
Okay.
Good stopping point.
Good stopping point.
I don't. This is the second time this has done this in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I hate this computer. It's the.
I mean, is this Punta Cana?
All right.
I am Ron Burgundy.
The dump button's a little rusty, though. You know.
All right. There we go. We're back.
So swinging back to you.
Swing it back to.
All right.
Some of these comments are amazing.
Nice. I still love the story about the bag phone. Not gonna lie. That's awesome.
Yep.
That is awesome. All right, everybody, we're going to switch it up a little bit today because we are going to have Kick Ass or Jackass in the beginning of the show because each one of my Kick Ass or Jackass topics for this evening was responsible for something absolutely stupid that took place or cool that took place during the draft last night. And they're all topics of discussion for us. So Sam's going to bow out for now. We're going to go around the screen now. So we're going to go Sack first, Slash second, Tank third. And you guys will already know just based on how I say these, whether or not I think it's Kick-Ass or Jackass.
Your voice affliction.
Yes. Kick-Ass or Jackass, everybody. First one. The Eagles punching it in the Giants' culo 3 times in less than 4 months.
Absolutely love it. I can't get enough of it. I am so sick and tired of New York Giants fans. And you know what makes it even worse for them is the fact
that we're not going to talk about it a lot. Mm-hmm. Remember, we're going to have these topics.
But we switched with another one of their arch
and
enemies.
And
Fantastic.
we're going to get to that.
Kick ass.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will go kick ass, even though I want it to be more than 3.
Kick ass.
Kick ass. Kick ass. The Eagles fooling the Giants into thinking they at least had a higher draft pick after bombing that playoff game on them.
Oh God, absolutely kick ass. I love it. And then I saw a meme of Doug Peterson. It was a photo and said, "F them Giants."
Kick ass from me as well.
It was extremely kick ass. I saw a video of the Giant. It was replaying by the Giants fan base and it was funny. They would say they're all against us. Yes, we are.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I'm starting to get that hatred that you have for them now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You didn't have that before?
No, I didn't. I just said they just were there.
Okay. All right. All right. Here's an interesting one. Micah Parsons to Dallas.
Oh, my mommy and daddy, when I was growing up, they were Dallas Cowboys fans. Man, shut up.
Thank you.
You are a jackass, and I'm happy that you're not Midnight Green.
Exactly. That's why I'm going to say kick-ass, because I hate Dallas and I hate Penn State, so they go well together.
Correct.
Kick ass because he was dressed like a damn cowboy. I had to catch myself there.
It's
He
okay.
was just like a damn cowboy, and he said he been what. That's why he dressed the way he dressed. So I'm glad you're where you want to be now. We're going to
Yep.
kick your ass.
Yep.
So,
Good. Good. How about the Jets jumping the Patriots on a pick?
God, I'll tell you what, the Jets fan base is like the most vile human beings in the history of the world. I've been to a Jets game before, but whenever you can stick it to the New England Patriots, that's always kick ass.
Yeah, kick-ass, even though both teams are ugh.
Kick ass is mainly after the Matt Jones comments.
How about the Bungles going receiver over a blindside condom?
I understand the premise. I understand the premise of like Jamar Chase and putting it with Joe Burrow. I get it, but the reason why Joe Burrow, his leg is all mangled up is because you couldn't protect him last year, and you're going to get the man killed. The fact that you didn't take Penei Sewell, that's jackass.
Yeah, and they got a surprising standout stud with T. Higgins last year. So I think they should have gone offensive lineman.
Thanks again for keeping it completely
Keeping it real.
neutral. Just tell me if it's kick-ass or jackass.
Jackass.
You can give a 5-word, but that's it. Don't explain because we're going to go into all those.
Jackass.
I actually think it's kick-ass. There's going to be a blindside tackle out there that'll eventually protect him. They'll
Once they
find it.
release Dillard. Yeah.
Once Big Pudding gets out in the market.
Once.
But honestly, I think it's cool. And we've got 4 situations like that took place last night. So
I say I like your thinking. I like your thinking.
Goodell talking about a mental health partnership in the Dallas area and then seeing one of its patients reading the pick.
Was that meant to be before that pick regardless? So that was practically meant for us and our fan base. I'm gonna-
Honestly, that I was laughing my ass off for about 30 to 45 seconds hysterically. Not like uncontrollable laugh. I am completely dead sober eating a slice of pizza and I start spitting it up. I'm like, what the hell just took place? What did I just watch?
It was kick ass.
I'll go kick-ass.
If anybody looks at any of my memes on anything, they know that I thought that was the most kick-ass thing known to man. You talk about a mental patient, and then you bring her up there. The first thing, whoa! How about them Cowboys?
Hell, hold on. She wasn't a mental patient.
Oh,
She was the founder.
oh,
She was the founder of the group.
Oh, she's not only a member, she's the founder.
Yes. The only thing that could have been better if she walked out with a bottle of Grecian Formula or Hair Club for Men membership card. I'm not only a client. Wait, I'm not just a spokesperson. What is it?
Because I'm not only a
not a
client, I'm
member.
not only a member, I'm the founder.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the patients really do run the asylum. So
The Rivera family, Ron Rivera, and Daniel Snyder family donating $200,000 total to Run Rich Run in support of St. Jude's tonight, which he's going to do.
for anything that supports children, and that's kick ass. I'm not a fan of Dan Snyder. I'm more of a fan of Coach Rivera, but yeah, it's kick ass.
Love Coach Rivera. That's definitely kick-ass.
Ron's my guy. Love Ron. Love the missus, and I love the fact that they're coming through for the kids. I've done a lot of things with St. Jude's. They're great. It's a great organization.
Yeah. I thought it was cool when Rich was just like flabbergasted.
Yeah, that's
You know,
great.
Rivera family donated, and then the Snyder family matched it. Thought that was pretty cool.
Great.
So, and here we go. Final. The Eagles getting past day one and still having potentially 3 number 1 picks next year.
I'm not going to elaborate on this because we're going to later. Kick ass, baby.
Kick-ass.
Tremendously kick ass.
Tremendously kick ass. How much time we've got?
We got about 8 minutes.
Good.
Oh,
Plenty of
cool.
time to get
Nice.
into this.
Let's
We're
go,
working,
baby.
All right, time for elephant in the room, everybody. Time for elephant in the smack the microphone, idiot. Yeah. Time for elephant in the room. It's obviously the Eagles draft.
Right.
And the entire night last night, and it's about to get a little crazy here real short.
Yep.
Lee, we decided to do this show last night. Everybody that's listening right now on Saturday afternoon, a little past 1 o'clock, 1:18 on the East Coast. We wanted to do this show so we could watch the second round and talk about picks as they come in. And I think Jacksonville just selected.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got a corner. Tyson Campbell.
Yeah, Tyson Campbell.
All right. Well, we'll get to that
Yeah.
here in a little bit. Is that the first one?
That's the first pick.
one. Yeah,
Okay.
first pick.
So
All right.
4 more picks
4
until
more
the
picks.
Eagles are up.
Yeah.
Well, it's still crossing fingers for certain people to be there, so we'll see what happens.
Mhm.
But the elephant in the room. All right, the Eagles draft. Let's give some background here in a way that we haven't portrayed the Eagles situation over the last few months. We all know it's not been great.
Right.
It's been extremely
Toxic.
toxic. But look at it this way, and this will get up in your craw, Hollis. This is how bad a shape this team was in. It's one thing to have a number of needs at numerous positions. It's another thing to have positions of need almost everywhere and still be over the cap.
Mm.
All right. Look, if you have positions of need, okay, but that means you damn well better have money to spend.
Exactly.
And the fact that you don't have any money to spend, this is where this draft becomes so critical for this team. And it's not, this is a hypercritical draft for the Eagles.
Right.
Drafts are important every year. We're finding that out because we haven't seen any real production out of the last 4 drafts. But this one's even more because now the only way that you're going to fill holes is with young talent. You have to cultivate your own right now. And Tank, give us your take on that, bro.
When you said that brought me to one thing. The one thing was we have to hit on more than just remember early on we were talking about the draft picks that we thought we had to hit on for this to be a successful draft. We have to hit on even more than that. And on top of that, we have to rely on some guys who this is why I said that we might be a little bit better than a lot of people think we are, because we're going to have to rely on some guys who are on 1-year contracts. And who are on 1-year contracts, and they're going to come here playing like their hair is on fire. So we're going to get the best out of them because they're playing to play in, and you kind of want that. But the other thing too that I never mentioned this to anybody. I love the fact that we have a new coach because the new coach is not tied to anybody. So
Right.
if you mess up, your ass is gone.
Yeah.
Point blank. It's no coddling. It's no nothing. And I love what he said. He said you have to have thick skin to be here, and this is a competitive sport. And that I love that.
And a competitive city.
Exactly. And the guy Andy, the guy in charge, he said you got to have thick skin to play in Philly. And what did our first round pick say? He said, "I have thick skin." And if people tell you when you don't play well, what other place would you want to go play?
Yeah, I look at it like this, Tank, and you know, if you hear Nick Sirianni talk, a lot of people want to label him as being goofy, right? Like, oh, the rock, paper, scissors comment and all that stuff. But I think when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, like, he is just all about competition. And as silly as it may sound with the rock, paper, scissors and all that stuff, like, this guy is going to mold this team in the way that he wants to see it. And after last night's selection, or on Thursday night's selection, when they took Devontae Smith, I was excited because I look at their roster now. And Tank, correct me if I'm wrong here, but the way I look at roster construction, like throughout this draft, they're done at wide receiver now.
Yeah.
Like they took 3 young guys last year. They took Arcega-Whiteside the year before.
I was gonna. That's on the run sheet. Are
Yeah.
we finished at receiver?
Yeah.
I think we have to.
Yeah,
be
so
at
you're
this point.
done at
Yeah.
receiver because last year you had Watkins,
Let's-
Hightower,
let's
Reagor. Yeah,
Okay.
I
Too much
know,
on that. Let's-
but like, you know, a lot of times we want to build from the trenches and on out. I look at this draft as we need to build from out in.
Well, we have neglected the skill
Skill
player
players.
position for
Right.
too many years.
Right, and,
Yeah.
and like, you know, we have a bunch of big contracts that are tied to both lines, the offensive line and the defensive line, and like then you still have some kids that are kind of like laying in the wake there. You know, you have Dillard and Malata, and then you have
all of
Herbig.
all of that works.
Right.
All of that works, and almost I don't want to say eliminates the skill player positions, but minimizes the talent level in which you need to compete
Right.
and compete
Right.
effectively.
Yeah.
Because if your offensive line is giving your quarterback all day, you're good to go.
Right.
If your defensive line is getting pressure on the quarterback, it'll help your corners and
Right.
your safeties and your linebackers. Remember, linebackers.
Backers. We might get one coming
You
up
might
here.
get one coming up.
Yeah.
It's a couple of them.
Don't you guys tickle the underside of my sack.
that kid from Notre Dame is still
Yes, he's
there.
still there.
And on Mel Kiper's
What are you
big
guys
board,
doing?
He's at 12.
Sorry.
What is wrong with you?
He started it. He started it. He started it.
I'm trying to get Quimby
I-
excited here.
You look like you are so experienced in passing the buck.
He
Yeah.
started it. I just followed suit.
As soon as I said it, got angry. You're like, nope,
He started it.
he started it. He
He
started it.
But it's the thing that I do like that's going on is we're excited about the draft again, unless they do something stupid.
We're always excited about the draft.
yeah, we're excited about it until they let us down, but they haven't let us down yet.
All right. Well, let's.
It's only been one pick too.
And Slash, what do you have on this?
Well, I wanted Devontae Smith the whole time because I want that sure skill player, and
I'm surprised he dropped. Elijah
Me
Moore
too.
just
more
went.
He-
to the Jets.
He is electric, dude.
Yeah.
he's a crowd pleaser.
They just gave Trevor. Oh no, I'm sorry,
Zach
Zach
Wilson.
Zach Wilson something to
So and
to
they
work
took
with.
they took the offensive tackle. Like,
Yes, they
they're
did.
building up that side of the ball,
Yeah.
man.
They just said, Zach, hey, we're here.
And Zach,
Give you a little flutter.
yeah, just a little bit, right?
I've watched, and I watched Zach Wilson play since he was a freshman. He is a beast. I'm just letting you know.
But yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of people saying like, you know, a negative aspect to Devontae Smith is, well, you know, it's the second year in a row we've been getting a wide receiver, you know, and then the year before that we had one in the second round. I wanted him because I want that solidified ace at the skill position. I hate like sprinkling one here in the third round, one in the
Right.
fourth.
When you need to
I-
play, who you gonna go
I
to?
want that day one starter so we can check it off the list.
And the element that he brings to the table, which I
Love.
really was trying to hold off on this, but we got about 30 seconds before we got to wrap this segment up.
Yeah, we got about a minute and a half.
About a minute and a
Yeah.
half. All right. Fact. He's going to make Jalen Rager, Travis Fulgham,
Mhm.
Greg Ward,
Everybody.
Hightower, Watkins, all of these guys better.
Taking
better.
the top off.
Taking the top off.
Yep, you got to put a safety over that.
And
It's also one thing you forgot to mention, sir. When you take the top off the defense, you can't drop that eighth man down in the box.
Right.
And what else does it help?
Helps the running game.
game. Yes. And you keep them off.
trust me,
balance.
when I was playing flag football or intramural football,
God, I thought we got rid of Diaz this week.
no. I'm not claiming athlete row, but I used to be really fast.
Yeah, I do.
So-
remember you.
So every single time ball wasn't coming to me, yo, Gary, what do I do? Go deep. All right.
Run and fly.
Hey,
Fly.
yeah,
9. Every now and then he busted up. He's like, run an 8. Give me a post. I'm still running down the field and I had to
to
run
give you a
back
little bit of
into
bad news before we go into break here, Quimby. Diaz won the selection for who we were going to draft last
Son of
week.
a-
Oh no.
Yeah,
son
so,
of a-
so
oh,
he's collecting yours, Hals's, mine, and Lito's.
He does.
Vito Lito's money.
I'm sorry, TS. I spent that in the Dominican. It's gone.
Oh well.
So sorry.
No, we won't tell Bourbon Diaz about that.
All right, let's do this. Let's cut it right now. Let's go take our first break here on Green Legion Radio. When we come back, we're going to dissect the pick even more. We're gonna dive into this one tonight. We are all football. We will not be talking about any other sport this evening. You want to talk Phillies? Come down to Philly Live Casino on Sunday, 11 o'clock, baseball brunch. By the way, do not forget, Green Legion Radio will be running a special full draft coverage 2-hour live show piggybacking baseball brunch on Sunday starting at noon. So as soon as Murph and Sack are finished, we send Murph over to the ballpark. Sack stays here. Tank, myself, Slash, Sam will all be there. And special guest from Crossing Broad, Kevin Kincaid, will be
Kevin
joining
Kincaid.
us as well.
That's
So
not
we're
out.
excited about
Also,
that.
listen to Kevin Kincaid on every Philadelphia Union post-game show.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you. So, lot going on for our radio show. We really appreciate it. Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, Philadelphia, brought to you by Bud Light. Back right after this.
Yes, slip and slide records. Finna take it to the highs. Just get on up and get down. All of my peoples all across the world. This song goes out to all the boys and girls. You want the girl to come and turn your body out? You gotta take it to the high. Come on, yes, sir. Slip and slide get loose. More punch than your bowl of juice. And ain't nobody more jiggly than us. Stuff so rough it causes head rush like whoa. Give it to me, bring it here. Don't stop, girl, shake it here, shake it there. Let Money Mark get off here, there we off the chain for the whole year. So if you look good with a big old butt, live in your own crib and make your own bucks. Hit me up, TradePlus.com and tell me where you from.
Smoke out, choke out, we get off the chain like we just broke out. You don't know about me, J-Dot. When I come through, all the haters get hot. Cause I got more dang, more cheese in the bank, more rain. My dogs on dubs, yours ain't. My dogs do whatever, yours ain't. That's gonna make you get up out your seat. We don't play, we take it to the house. MIA, take it to the house. This the way we take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house. 305, take it to the house. Oh, we got that fire, take it to the house. Slip and slide, take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house.
Okay, play with it, yo, it ain't no stopping it. SMS and we rocking it. We gon' lock it and do our thing. Cause my dream team taking all the rings. I got Trey Plus to beat and much guts and a two-spot clipping news non-stopping. Lost track to my side, just vibing. And JB gon' brawl with me. T-double-D, he up for that excursion. Swerving all on the curb with a virgin. And I'm Trina, you heard my name. I'm still the baddest, ain't a damn thing changed.
Now it's time to get down with your boy CEO. It's me, Money Mark, and the Big Freak Show. Recognize you two when I creep through the room with the sisters like you. Give me room, cause I'm Buck Wild Man. I get you punk, get you loose in the stand. Trade Plus and we running it still. Funk will you spin the wheel. Cause we them that's gonna make you get up out your seat. We don't play, we take it to the house. MIA, take it to the house. This the way we take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house. 305, take it to the house. Oh, we got that fire, take it to the house. Slip and slide, take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house. 1 or 2 more bottles of Chris and get busted while you listen to this. Or you don't try this. Some bust came by here. Give me a break and a beat I can vibe with. A Nick Quest video in a 5. About 55 spins and a mic check in your plate, my shit. I never had sex that cost it. So much I'm exhausted. And this new I'm flossing. I got that cause I'm betting with the Dolphins. To the side finna take it to the high. New hot for you to ride out. And for the that side there was nothing left. Yo, must think we something else. Fame, we out to get paid. Born and raised in the county of Dade. Cause we them that's gonna make you get up out your seat. We don't play, we take it to the house. MIA, take it to the house. This the way we take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house. 305, take it to the house. Oh, we got that fire, take it to the house. Slip and slide, take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house. 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 Take it to the Take it to the house.
Well, it's about time he went. Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, Philadelphia, brought to you by Bud Light. Javonte Williams from North Carolina.
Beast.
That guy is a stud. North Carolina put up so many points this season.
And rushing yards.
And that guy was a pivotal part of their season. I remember over under North Carolina game, 74, over $1,000. That's the dumbest thing you could do, and I won. But
they were playing. I think they were playing Tulsa or somebody like that. Both of them are high scoring people.
Played North Carolina State. That game had almost 100 points.
Oh yeah, well, I think both of their running backs are good.
Yeah.
One's like a 1-2 punch.
Charles Hamilton, do we take a tight end? No. No. Right now, you have your tight end position filled.
Yes.
You have Zach Ertz and you have Dallas Goedert. Whether or not Zach Ertz is, Zach has to play. Zach has to play one way or the other.
And
this
he
year.
will.
He's a contract.
He will.
year.
He will. Yeah,
He's a
will.
professional.
Yeah.
But so we are.
We're next.
Yeah,
We're
we're
next.
next.
We're
We're next. Sorry, everybody.
No worries.
We're watching a little bit of the draft. It is being taped the night before. It's Friday night for us. You guys are listening to the show right now at 1:30 on Saturday afternoon. But let's continue. Let's continue this talk until we get to the Eagles. And then, Zach, you're going to put the volume up, and we're gonna try to see if we can't hear that for everybody listening to us once again. So we were talking about the dire straits that the Eagles situation was. And then here we go. We are all in agreement. We were waiting for these guys to figure out a way to screw this pick up.
100%.
I think it's 98% of the people, of the fans, were thinking the same thing.
Now, it's funny because I have to give them credit. You have to give them credit at this point. And the reason that they dropped, actually, they dissected this draft. They absolutely knew everything that was going to take place in this draft. And we thought they knew nothing. They knew that Kyle Pitts and Jamar Chase were going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
So trade out of 6, pick up another first round, trade a third for a fourth. All right.
The biggest help for us was that Sewell went to Detroit. That
Yeah.
was
That
the
was
swing
huge.
move right there.
That was when I said first audible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Called that out last
They called
night.
it out last night.
And
The first
I will
audible.
say, it wasn't. I told you so. But now you're in a situation, okay? And this is honestly what I think happened because Rich Eisen was spectacular about this. Is it about to come on?
No, you're good. You're good.
You're good right
Rich
now.
Eisen was spectacular about this. Wait. What?
What?
No. The Philadelphia Eagles just traded with the Dallas Cowboys? What?
Well, we did last
Dogs
year.
and cats living together. Sheer pandemonium.
We did last year too. Everybody was flipping out because that 4th round pick, and we let them get their center.
Now, here we go, because I think this is what took place. All right? Do you think Howie was having a tough time closing that deal?
Oh, hey man.
And
Sorry, you're Howie.
and
Hey Jerry, how you doing?
and Jeffrey got on the phone and said, "Hey Jerry, now that you know I'm a meddling owner like you think we can make this happen if for nothing more than to let everyone stare at each other like scratching their head going, what the F?" Just like a dog tilting its head after it hears a sound it doesn't understand. Yo, let's go in. Let's go in on this
The
together.
best was when they showed the
Just to
Eagles
mess
war
with
room
everybody.
Yeah.
after the trade happened, and then they went to the Dallas war room, and every chair was empty except the woman that was sitting there.
Yeah.
It was like you're expecting to see Jerry,
Jerry
and
and
Steve,
Yeah.
and Mike McCarthy, and they're all gone.
Gone.
And the funny part that if you were watching Twitter, you saw it was a bunch of people from their own New York Giants home. And they were like, okay, it was some guys at the draft. It was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. They was like, what's going on? It was like, oh, then one dude at the draft was like, oh my God. The Cowboys have just traded with the Eagles. And the guy at home was like, what the?
Yep. Now-
He went ballistic.
Let's go negative first, because I'll tell you, I give the Eagles an A+. Absolutely got what they needed, and we're looking at the pick.
It's on commercial.
It's on commercial.
The Dolphins took Javon Holland, the
Yeah,
safety
yeah.
from Oregon, and now the Eagles pick is in. We're just waiting for it.
It's either going to be Asante Samuel Jr. or
mowing from
Well,
TCU.
Yeah,
to
the
set number
safety.
7,
Yeah,
or-
he's still there.
or
Linebacker from
linebacker
Notre Dame.
number 6 from Notre Dame. All worthy picks that would pan out this year and would do
immediate impact.
immediate
Yes,
impact.
yes, starter.
Starter
level.
Now, this is where they could start screwing this up.
I hope not, dude.
Yeah.
Is everybody nervous?
Let's not get.
I am.
Here.
I am honestly on edge right now,
I'm
and I'm not
always
even
nervous.
looking at. Sam's about to lose her mind.
I know. It's like, and I think if we can see everybody's like, man, we got the one pick.
Well,
It's like,
because you're always waiting for a project to
I
be
know.
drafted.
Well, your second round pick. It's top 64 players in the league.
yeah.
They should be able to come in and make immediate impact,
Yeah.
start for your team.
Correct.
Period.
Yes.
Period.
Well, the funny thing was when we were talking about this, I just thought about a couple of my buddies. Everybody was sending out pictures of draft stuff, and then one of my 2 or 3 of my buddies who we didn't get drafted, but we lasted a while in the league. He was like, everybody's sending out their draft picture, and I'm sitting here like this. And I was like, "Yep, that's exactly how I was
The
sitting
old
there."
stink eye.
The old stink eye, because it's like it's a great day for some of the guys, but for some of the guys, it puts that lasting chip on your shoulder to show them that you belong.
Well, let's see who is going to belong
I know.
in Midnight Green.
Well, we know a former player that's not making the pick for the Eagles, and that's Hollis Tank Thomas. Tank, why are you going to that bleep hole called Cleveland? You know?
But they probably wouldn't allow me to do it
I
because
think Jeremy Bloom's
I
making
have
the pick.
I have too much to say.
Oh, there we go.
Jeremy
Jeremy Bloom.
Really, he was only here for a cup of coffee.
Well, that's what makes it funny.
He just got
Tank.
off the slopes.
Oh,
He's going to
God.
make the pick.
Only thing good about Jeremy Bloom
Was
is
his sister?
his sister caused Chastain to be hot in another movie.
Is that Golick?
Is
No.
What was that?
Who is that?
Dude, that's Golick.
That is Mike Golick.
It is
man,
Golick.
he's in great shape. He looks
Yeah.
good, man.
They said he was going to make the pick.
Oh,
Yeah, he
he's
said,
awesome.
yeah.
All right,
That's
let's turn it up.
Turn it
Let's
up,
go.
baby.
Oh, it is his hometown, too.
Always great to come back to my hometown, Cleveland Rocks! Yeah! All right, now for the Philadelphia Eagles, after a fantastic move in the first round to move up to get Devontae Davis, they've got another great
Devontae
pick
Smith.
here. So with the 37th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select a guard from Alabama, Landon Dickerson.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Hollis.
Yes.
Hollis is
Big
pumped.
dog. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. There's a man.
Wow.
What are we going to do at guard now?
All right, let's turn it down. I'm disappointed.
I'm slightly disappointed, but remember what we was talking about? What are we going to do at guard?
No.
What did we go 40 years without taking anybody from Alabama?
We all know
know.
we needed a corner or a linebacker.
Yep. Yeah.
We're all reactions right
Yeah,
here on Green
reactions.
Legion Radio.
Well, I love the big dog because I'm sorry. I watched the kid play. Sorry,
I thought I said that we were good in the trenches on both sides of the ball for at least another year, and Howie goes out and proves me wrong.
Tell us about him, Tank.
he's a 4-year starter at the University of Alabama. He's great. He plays center and guard, which we need because I was tired of watching Salamua get his rump kicked. I was tired of watching the other guy go down. I think he's a good, solid kid, and he can block and he get to the next level as you're seeing him finish up the block. Number 69 on your program, number 1 in your heart.
He is a big boy.
Yeah, he's a
So
he's a man.
is he going to end up replacing Jason Kelsey?
Damn right.
I like it.
He's going to start out at guard. He's going to watch. He's going to come and take Sally Moore's job.
Sally
Malu. Sally. He's going to take his job. I feel like he's going to take his job because he's that type of guy.
Or if Brandon
like-
Brooks gets hurt, you have a viable guy to take over at right guard.
Bingo.
So, I mean, if one thing we've proven so far is that, if the offensive line can't stay healthy or Jason Kelsey decides that he wants to retire, this is a good selection right here. But I'm right there with you, Quimby. I'm disappointed. I was hoping. I know.
Still ignoring the linebacker position.
Yeah, I
and
get that.
he overpaid for Slay.
and the safety position. And I'm kind of with you too because there was 3 kids that they're right there for the taking. There was Asante Samuels Jr. There was a kid Moe out of TCU. He's a great safety, a big rangy safety that's a ball hawk, and he can cover the big tight ends. And there was also the kid out of that everybody's been clamoring about out of Notre Dame and linebacker
Who was 12 on Mel Kiper's big board.
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
So he's probably going to go now.
Well, the Patriots do like their linebackers, unlike us. So why don't we get back into talking about Devontae Davis as Golick?
Devontae Davis.
Nah,
I'm surprised you didn't say Devontae Swain.
Devontae Smith. Let's go back to seeing the smile on Quimby's face. Let's elaborate a little bit more on this kid and not take away from his moment on our show.
I think at this point, unless they move up right now, I'm pissed.
Yeah, he took the gem out of his donut. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pissed right now. I'm sorry. You need to go skill positions. Skill positions.
Mm-hmm.
The trenches are not skilled positions with the exception of maybe edge. Okay? Not skilled positions. Gotta go corner. Gotta go linebacker. For God's sake, get us a linebacker. And there we are. So, and
This show is
this
gone off the rails.
this kid, I don't know anything about this kid. He looks like a stud.
Yeah, he's a stud.
But this is Jeffrey Lurie meddling in this draft. Offense. You got to stop the ball, Jeff.
My whole thing about this,
God!
to piggyback off what you're saying, and I understand it because this is a passing league, okay? And who right now is playing in the secondary for the Philadelphia Eagles? How are you going to stop the passing attacks that are the Giants? I know the Giants have Daniel Jones throwing the ball, but they have weapons.
Yeah.
The
Dallas.
Cowboys are getting Dak Prescott back. They have
Weapons.
weapons.
Yep.
Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel.
You are overvaluing the offense in general.
Yep.
That is your problem.
Yeah.
That is Jeffrey Lurie's problem.
I think he's
Hands down.
I think he's trying to save face for the Jalen Hurts pick still. He's going to try and surround him with everybody who can just so
But they won't
kinda
announce him as the starting quarterback.
putting lipstick on the pig.
They
He's going to keep
refuse.
trying to do that.
Where was this kid on best available player?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
That's a good
I would
question.
like that.
I know. I
take a
think
look
he
at the
probably
big
would
board.
Kyle,
have
can you look at that?
Yeah.
Look at
All right, let's do this. Let's get back
Yeah,
to
let's get back to
Devontae
it.
Davis, everybody.
that.
Way to go, Mike.
Mike Golick.
You know, Golick being out there in his hometown in Cleveland for his former team with the Eagles, I thought he was going to announce the Notre Dame linebacker. Like
Yeah.
that would have been like the
That's what-
trifecta right there.
Right,
but hey,
right.
you
That's what I was thinking. That's why I kind of got giddy. But then when he said the big dog, I still got giddy because I like Landon. Landon's
he's like, oh, giggity, giggity, giggity,
Giggity, giggity, giggity, goo, giggity, 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 goo.
This is hard to believe. She's already 18.
It's hard. And the wheels come off the vehicle already, everybody. All right, Eagles get an absolute A+ for day one. Day two, not so much. All right. Here's the thing about yesterday. Eagles got the best player on the board.
Right.
That's what I think. Right.
Yeah, and they did what they had to do.
To get him.
Yeah, and I was saying all along about that selection, like Dallas, if they would have thought that we were going up to get Micah Parsons, they weren't going to make that deal. And if they were still going to make that deal, it wasn't going to be a third-round pick. You were going to have to pay a hell of a lot more to make that jump, because we all knew that the Devontae Smith was going at 11. The Giants.
Do you think they had to divulge that information to Dallas?
Who they're going to select? I'm sure that had something to do with the price that was going to be paid. Because like really, if you have a guy that's on your board and you really like him, you're not going to pivot out of that spot, because the Eagles did make contact with.
I mean, are you even allowed to do that?
Well, they made contact
look.
with the Panthers at 8. They made contact with the Broncos at 9. And if they wanted to get up and get Surtain, and the Broncos were going to take Surtain, I'm sure they were going to say, hey, it's going to cost you a 2 and a 4 or something like that. Instead, we got away with giving up a 3, which was was it the Colts pick? Or was it our pick?
It might have been the Colts pick. But the one thing that they can't screen your phone calls, so you pretty much say what you want on the phone.
Well, no, I don't believe in the draft rooms. You can say you can make a deal based on somebody saying I'm not going to select, or this is who I'm going to select. I don't know.
You can, I think.
I don't think you can.
Because if you're going to select that guy, why would they trade with you?
Well, anyway, so
you can have more leverage on them. I mean, look at the trade that the Bears had to make with the Giants.
So you realize 2 targets, Pitts and Chase, gone.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't going to be there at 6. You absolutely screw the Giants 3 times in less than 4 months. Just when they think they have a higher draft pick. Oopsie. You kick them from the playoffs. You take their pick in every way, and because Kadarius Toney, which is a stretch, by the way.
Oh yeah. His hands of stone. He's got the speed, but his hands of stone.
Yeah. Well, even in the combine, that was his knock.
Yeah, his hands of stone.
Brick.
Yeah.
Carrying a couple bricks on his wrists, but the Giants did wind up winning a little bit here. And as a matter of fact, I believe despite that Kadarius Toney pick, they still came out better.
How so?
A 5th round pick, a 4th round pick, and another 1st round pick.
Oh yeah, they did. They did make it a little bit better. They got more.
They got a lot of assets.
Yeah, I mean, they got another 1st round pick next year, but we still have 2 and then a potential 3rd coming our way.
Listen, this is what happens. You gave Dallas a 3rd, and they got Micah Parsons, which on our draft board was higher.
Was extremely high. Yes.
All right. Thank you. Kind of trying to get rid of this.
According to NFL.com, the grading system, he was the 2nd best player available behind the Notre Dame linebacker
At this point in the draft.
at this point in the draft.
Okay.
yes.
Boom.
What's the Notre Dame linebacker's name that I don't know?
Owasu something.
Owasu? It's Owasu.
Yeah, it's got a hyphen in it.
It's got a hyphen. He's kind of small though, so you probably wouldn't have liked him. He's like 220. But
Alex Singleton is 206, soaking wet, dude.
But he's a thrasher though. He's
He's
lays
going to
the
be
thigh
playing
out.
for somebody else.
I know he lays the thigh out.
We got to go. All right. Look, we still have plenty of draft coverage, and I'll get in a better mood after I do another shot of Jameson here on the break. You guys, Green Legion Radio, special draft coverage here. Saturday 1 to 3, and special show tomorrow, Sunday, live from Philly Live Casino from 12 to 2, piggybacking baseball brunch from 11 to 12. Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, brought to you by Bud Light. Back right after this.
Hand me down a walking cane, hand me down my hat. Hurry now and don't be late, 'cause we ain't got time to chat. You and me, we're going out, catch the latest sounds. Guaranteed to blow your mind so high you won't come down. Hey, y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band. Man, you never heard a sound like a rubber band. Man, you're bound to lose control when the rubber band starts to jam. Oh, this dude is out of sight. Everything he does seems to come out right. Once I went to hear them play at a club outside of town. I was so surprised, I was hypnotized by the sound this cat put down. When I saw this short fat guy stretch a band between his toes, hey, I laughed so hard 'cause the band got down when it finally reached his nose. Hey, y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band. Whoa, you never heard a sound like a rubber band. Man, you're bound to lose control when the rubber band starts to jam. Got that rubber band up on his toes, and then he wriggled it up, up around his nose. Guaranteed to blow your mind. Playing all the music, yeah, keeping time. Find the world, did he learn that? Oh, Lord. Oh, help me get away. For the rubber band, man. You'll never heard the sound like a rubber band. Whoa, you got to lose control. Rubber band, man, rubber band, man. I want you to keep moving, just moving. Got it grooving. On the corner, it's running up, y'all. Whoa, 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 hey, y'all, prepare yourself. Oh, here's my man. Never heard the sound. No, when the rubber band starts to jam. Yeah, 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 yeah. Boy, that rubber band man's a doozy. Who's so quick, Lord, he'll make you lose it. And then he stuck his shoulder out. He wiggled it up, he wiggled it down. Got his feet to move and that rubber band off the ground. He lifted it well high at the sky, y'all. And then he all get with it, y'all. Hey, y'all, prepare yourself for the rubber band. Man, you never heard a sound to say, oh, whoa. When the rubber band starts to jam. A rubber band man. What's this stuff? Do we think we can stand? So much rhythm, grace, and debonair for one man? No. And then he had to nerve to wiggle his left toe, but to his knee, got the feeling in his head, y'all. Oh, come on, baby. Won't you cry yourself, hear me? Ever heard the sound? Oh, he's my man. And he likes to jam. Starts to jam. The bang starts to jam. thing about scenes out there. Just move, just a rubber band man, just move, a rubber band man, get down, oh, get down, love. Oh, you can
All right, everybody. Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, Philadelphia, brought to you by our good friends at Bud Light. Also, our good friends at Stateside Vodka and Stateside Bourbon. Make sure you download the iHeartRadio app so you can listen to all 4 programs: Green Legion Radio, Ice to Shorts, Winter Sports, Get Tanked Happy Hour, and Baseball Brunch. Hold on.
It's not Bud Light.
I'm sorry, everybody. I am a little bloated today, but this is the water cooler conversation. We are at the bar for every show, and this is what we do. And, of course, you can't deny it because we were the people's choice for Eagles media favorites in Philadelphia, beating 63 other well-respected journalists, radio hosts, podcast, TV hosts, and Sack has something for us right now.
You know what? You're going to love this pick even more.
Mhm.
Okay. With Landon Dickerson, he tore his ACL in December. So maybe we're processing this year with our future center.
Are you serious?
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that.
Really? You watch him?
I was watching it, but I
You
never
liar.
know. I never know. I know he didn't know he tore his ACL.
Deepest apologies.
Deepest apologies for that.
Yeah, are you kidding me? Really? Really? Really?
You want me to read you his
Why did you do that to me, man?
That's
I was
no
trying to get
bueno.
out of a bad mood.
Oh.
That's no bueno.
I'm sorry.
You're
I thought we were
Richard.
I thought we were in the trust tree.
Shut up. All right. So, yeah, wind's out of the sails right now. Yeah, even Sam had to go get
I know
a beer for
I
that
think
one.
she went to throw up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Devontae Davis, everybody,
Yeah.
Heisman Trophy winner from a
Gullet.
pedigree program. Hey, quit chirping. You're worse at it than Diaz is right now. Look at you. Go out big time. What's up? Knock on him is that he's small. So was Steve Smith. So was Deshaun Jackson. Listening to everybody last night, and again, who knows football better than those guys that are covering it? Said he's a legit number one on any team. So, you guys, what's your take on all that? I mean, what are your concerns, Tank? What are you excited about with him?
With Devontae?
Yeah, with Devontae.
You know what I'm excited about? I'm excited about him growing with the new receivers that we have, them starting to work together. We haven't been able to do this in quite some time, where we have a core of guys to work together, to come up together. We always bring somebody in from the outside that we pay a bunch of money to. He's taking reps from somebody else. Everybody gets an equal opportunity now to find their role. And with this coaching staff, I think with this coaching staff, what they do is they find what you do best, and you'll get your touches. As long as you do what you're supposed to do, when you get your touches, we'll come back to you. But if you mess those touches up, we're not going to come back to you too often because we don't have that confidence in you. So I do love this pick mainly because it makes our receiving core whole. We have somebody take it off the top. We have a possession receiver. We have a couple of guys that we can count on in the red zone, and we got a couple of guys underneath. Now our receiving core is cold. Now y'all can shut the hell up about it.
I look at it like this: the kid has a great attitude about him. He's all about winning, and I don't think the stats, like, he's not a diva type wide receiver. Like, yeah, obviously he wants the numbers, but the numbers aren't going to dictate what makes him happy. You know, at the end of the day on a Sunday, it's going to be whether we won or we lost, and that's the type of leadership that you want to have within your locker room. Especially coming from a kid that's coming from a pedigree program like Alabama. He's come up in big games and big spots. He's a small wide receiver, but he does not disappear in the red zone.
Right.
And you don't see that a lot with small wide receivers. Like he's going to be able to find his spot. And one of the things that I really enjoyed, like on Thursday night in his press conference, they asked him, what's your favorite route to run? And he said all of them. So like the kid is just polished.
Yeah.
He's smooth. I think he's had 300 pass attempts his way. throughout the course of his college career. He's dropped 7, and then also at the same time, guys, let's not forget this. Who was his quarterback there for some time in Alabama?
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, and he already has a rapport and a connection with him. That's going to benefit this team.
Yeah, it benefits us big time. And the other part of it that benefits us is he's great at running the route tree. Period, point blank. And he can take it the distance too. I just like the kid all around.
I like it too. I'm still pissed.
The only thing
I know
I
he's
hate
pissed.
about it is that we're going to have to hear about the bitching about his weight for the next 5 months from other people, other stations around the city.
He's already asking what is everybody's favorite cheesesteak joint in the city.
Yeah,
So maybe he's already looking to beef up a little bit. But they say he's wiry, just
Yeah.
like the leg.
I'm
Nigel
wiry.
Grubb.
I'm wiry.
he's pretty tough, I think.
But his wingspan and his hand size, you look at all those,
Oh my god,
they're ridiculous.
I know.
So don't just focus on the weight.
Right.
I like it. I like the pick. Grade A. So far today, you get an FU.
F for FU?
F. Really? How?
Indeed. Because 4 minutes have passed.
That's it?
Yes.
He's so bloated right now. It's
I'm
taking
so
over his
pissed.
brain.
He's pissed and bloated. It's a bad combination to be in. But
Yeah.
you kind of at that one where you can't be like, because when you do this,
I was already in pain beforehand, and now I'm in more pain. I don't like that. That makes me sick. It makes me sick. Makes me sick that you still deny this team the defense that it needs
Yep.
and the specialty positions that you overlook on a regular basis. in
Well,
this
we
draft.
still have 8 selections left.
No, you got it.
I get it.
Okay. I was going to feel better about that pick until you spoke up.
Well, he did play.
Did you want me to lie to you?
Well, he did play.
I don't want you to bring it up at all. I don't want to know. I'm already pissed off.
I mean, we're number one
Now I'm
out
going to
of
be a Richard to you the entire show.
I mean, out of the Eagles media, the field of 64 on Crossing Broad, we were number 1. We have to divulge all the information.
And he did
I
play
could
the.
still be a whiny bitch.
He
Leave me
did-
alone.
He did play.
Well,
the,
don't be a whiny bitch towards me.
He did play the final snap of the national championship game.
With
That bad ACL.
Was it a successful play?
Yes,
Maybe he
he's,
wasn't.
I love it.
he's a good he's a good kid. He's one of those type. Of
Oh,
kids
that was that kid.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. That's good character stuff. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to find some silver linings
Screw
here for
your
you.
good character crap.
Sheesh.
Yeah. All right. So how much time do we have?
Bear with me here.
Bear
6
with
minutes
me.
have passed. We have 4 left.
All right. Where are we here? Let's see. All right. Well, it's time for a little in-show tunage.
Mhm.
I was a fool to ever leave your side. Me minus you is such a lonely
Don't worry. The part's coming.
ride.
Hold tight with us, everybody.
We're trying to burn 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's it.
Lonesome and sad. I realize I love you 'cause I want you back.
Oh.
Hey, hey.
I spent
Oh, would you get the long version?
Reunited.
There you go.
So good.
There it is.
Speedo. Oh, wrong song.
All right. So this is interesting, and this is the first time this has happened in the modern era.
D. Harris.
All right.
is-
Jamar Chase reunited with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Now the safety from TCU just went to the
Ah,
Raiders.
son of a crap. Oh.
All good. Joe Burrow.
Thanks. Again, don't turn off the television. I'm kidding. Just don't narrate anymore. Shut the hell up.
Just a bit outside.
Jamar Chase reunited with Joe Burrow.
Mhm.
I still think that's a good move. A blindside tackle will be there. Burrow's not going anywhere. Jalen Waddle reunited with Tua,
Oh yeah.
which Tua I still don't think.
I don't think.
I agree. I know where
Yeah.
you're going. Yes.
I
And it-
don't think he's going to be an NFL quarterback.
And you know want to know why? Because they asked the head coach about him, and he said I'm looking forward to working with him. He didn't say that he was our guy. I'm looking forward to working with him. It's not a ringing endorsement.
Jalen Hurts reunited with Devontae Davis / Smith. I think that's a stretch. I mean, Devontae did play.
Yeah, they played together.
For 2 years or
I think 2 years or something.
2
like that.
years. Yeah.
but not in Devontae's formidable years.
Nah, because Jalen Waddle was the man then, and then when Waddle went down, Devontae Smith became the man. And that's why he paid homage to Waddle, because if Waddle hadn't went down, he don't think he would have won the Heisman Trophy.
Gotcha. What do we got? 2 minutes?
We got 2 minutes.
Yay. Yay.
California, all right.
The one element that I want to talk about, I want to brush on it, then we're going to take a break. Come back and talk more about it. The one selection that I thought was excellent, and if you watched any Clemson football this year at all, the chemistry with Etienne, Travis, and Trevor Lawrence.
Yep,
was absolutely phenomenal,
tremendous.
And to see, man, just think if you're Trevor Lawrence, now you already had the weight of an entire city put on your shoulders. You're supposed to be the savior, and if there's one person that has the composure to do so, it is him.
Mm-hmm.
But now he has his running back with him.
His running back, and aren't they roommates? When they
I think they were.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge, especially like on blindside blitz pickup. Like, you know, he's got your back and he's willing to sell out for you. That's primo for a young quarterback in the NFL. But then, but like on top of that too, you know, like having those two guys. I know you had here on the run sheet, Quimby. I'm not sure. Was that the first time that's happened? Yeah, first time in the modern draft.
Yeah,
a quarterback and running back from the same college went to the same team. I'm
in the first round.
In the same draft though too. But it's the first. It was also a first with the.
I don't think so.
In the first draft. First round.
Yeah.
I'm still going to root for them to fail, though.
It's not the first time that a quarterback and a running back from a college went to the same team in a draft. I bet that's happened numerous times.
Yeah.
In the same draft in the first round?
In the first round.
It's the first time it's happened in the first round.
Jesus. Are you guys trying to piss me off right now?
We'll talk to you after the break. Actually, we are. Turn around real quick. Just kidding. Don't turn around.
Don't turn around. Please don't turn around.
Everybody shut the hell up. Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, brought to you by Bud Light. Back after this.
Flashes, the flags go up. Churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle for rank. Fuel burning fast on an empty tank. Reckless and wild, they pour through the turns. Their prowess is potent and secretly stern. As they speed through the finish, the flags go down. The fans get up and they get out of town. The arena is empty, except for one man still driving and striving as fast as he can. The sun has gone down and the moon has come up. And long ago somebody left with the cup. But he's driving and striving and hugging the turns and thinking of someone for whom he still burns. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in a time of need. Because he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. He's going the distance. Yeah! Trophy, no flowers, no flashbulbs, no wine. He's haunted by something he cannot define. Bowel-shaking earthquakes of doubt and remorse assail him, impale him with monster truck force. In his mind, he's still driving, still making the grade. She's hoping in time that her memories will fade. Cause he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. The sun has gone down and the moon has come up. And long ago somebody left with the cup. But he's striving and driving and hugging the turns and thinking of someone for whom he still burns. Cause he's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in a time of need. Because he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. He's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. He's going the distance.
All right, everybody. Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, Philadelphia, brought to you by our good friends at Bud Light. Congratulations to John Dorenzi, 25 years as the Bud Man in Philadelphia.
Oh, way to go, John.
Yeah, John, we appreciate you in every way, brother.
We got to celebrate John.
Well, we tried to celebrate a little earlier at Chickies and Pete's today, but yeah, I was being a bitch then too. So, all right, so let's talk about situations that took place. But first, we'll finish up the talk about running back and quarterback from Clemson going to the same. That just has to make your quarterback feel better.
Yeah,
and it also has to make your running back feel better. They don't need to work on their timing.
I know that you know what else it helps out a lot because you got somebody there to go through the kind of like you were there with him in college, and you're going through the same thing again. So as you're familiar with it, so you're not as afraid. So you guys can conquer the world together.
Yeah, I kind of want. I'm rooting for them to fail for at least 2 years. So then Urban Meyer starts developing chest pains, and then he resigns, and then I don't have to see him anymore because I can't stand Urban Meyer.
Why don't you like Urban Meyer?
Because dude, he does the same crap. He winds up always having some scandal that he's leaving behind, and then he bounces out because he's got some chest pains, and then like a year later he goes, oh, you know what?
Yeah, but that's every college football.
Yeah, screw that guy.
No. He has chest pains at the right time.
yeah, when he's dipping out and the program's going to crap.
Be like, oh God. What, you about to investigate me? Oh God, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you.
There it is, Red Fox. So, fourth year senior, 6,117 total yards and 78 total touchdowns over the last 4 years. 70 rushing, that's the most in ACC history, which is pretty awesome. 187 forced missed tackles since his sophomore year. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, he's
now the funny part about him. I don't know if you ever listened to some of the analysts talk about him during games. He literally, his first knock was that his hands weren't that good.
Right.
This is his sophomore year.
Yes.
So what does he do? Turns into one of the best receivers coming out of the backfield.
Jugs machine.
Yep.
Next year, hey, you got to block better. You got to learn how to pick up the blitz. What does he do? Puts his nose to the grindstone. One of the best blocking backs in college football.
Yeah.
So this guy has earned every penny, and I think it's a great move. As a football purist, and the fact that it's Jacksonville, I couldn't give a crap.
Yeah, you couldn't give a crap, but it's the one thing. The one thing that it does, it shows that you're not going to just go and throw your first overall pick out to the wolves and try to make him throw 30 or 40 times a game.
Literally, you're wondering if Jacksonville's finally getting it.
Probably,
because it's been a long time.
Yeah, it seems like their owner, he's with the mustache and stuff. He's
Khan.
Yeah, Khan.
Yeah, Khan.
So let's talk about the other elephant in the room, and you guys can handle this one real quick.
Yeah,
Tank, talk to us about Aaron Rodgers.
So Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers were trying to work out a long-term deal over the break, and things eventually broke down. A lot of people thought that he wanted to stay there, but then eventually he's seeing what they were doing in the draft, and he started noticing things were not really going his way. And you steady telling him that that you're not going for the future, you're trying to win now. He just won an MVP. And then so he started not liking anything that they were saying at all. So he really wants out, and I don't blame him, because last draft they had an opportunity to get a defensive back, which is pretty much why they lost the last game, because because their defensive back was stinking up the joint, and you go up and you move up to get a quarterback. What is that saying to your current quarterback?
I'm saying that you just took his replacement.
Yeah, and I can understand taking a replacement, But if you're trying to get and then the other part too is that they brought the Matt LaFleur in there, who's pretty much the same age as him, and he's talking about it's a check with me type thing. No quarterback who's had the success he had is that's not gonna work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you also look at it like this, Tank. Over the last 10 years, okay, prior to this draft, okay, they had 10 first-round selections.
Right.
9 on the defensive side of the ball, and the last one was an offensive player, and it's your replacement.
Right.
So what are you doing exactly to help him out as a quarterback? You could have given him another weapon.
You're contradicting yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, he has one of the greatest weapons in the game right now, Devontae Adams.
Yes. It also it's receiver, but you still haven't the receivers that you got. It's kind of like he helped develop them because they're either undrafted free agents or guys that you picked up off somebody else's practice squad.
Right.
But they've gotten so
And
much of a
they're
rapport.
they're one-trick ponies, too.
Yeah.
I mean, like Valdez Scantling, like he's the type of guy that really he's just going to take the top off, right?
Yeah.
He's a big play guy, but like it's not like you have guys that have like, you know, variety of skill sets. What do you have, Sam?
Is there an instance where you draft a quarterback to get ready for the next step, though, that doesn't offend the current quarterback?
Well, if the thing that goes with that is you let him know. And not letting him know that I think that was also a mistake. Some people think this is business, but it's also personal, especially when you're dealing with a quarterback to this magnitude. How many moves do you think they discussed with Tom Brady? How you think they discussed all the moves with Tom Brady?
I couldn't even guess.
They discussed all the moves with Tom Brady.
Why do you think Jimmy Garoppolo wound up in San Francisco?
Exactly. Why do you think they went out and got an offensive tackle for Tom Brady? Because Tom Brady said we need an offensive tackle. It's like if you have a quarterback to that caliber that could bring you a title or is an MVP caliber quarterback, and you don't check with him, and you're getting his replacement. Not only are you getting his replacement, you're not even helping him out. You're not even getting anything offensively to help him out to win anything, and then you're not doing anything defensively to better the team.
Plus, you just signed him to a contract extension. You just gave him a 4-year contract extension, and you go ahead and it's like you're already planning on him being here until he's 40.
Exactly.
And then, like right before he turns 37, you're just going to be like, okay, hey, we're going to go ahead and draft your replacement. Like that really sticks in the crawl. I don't think this is a matter of money here.
Yeah.
You know, Aaron Rodgers has made a ton of money. He has a ton of endorsements. He's going to make money hand over fist for the rest of his life.
Right.
It's not a matter of that. It's a matter of respect and what he's not getting from his organization right now. And I look at it like this from his standpoint. You know, like year after year after year, he's carrying this franchise on his back single-handedly. The defense has gotten better over the last couple of years, but like really in reality, like he's been the top-notch like gunner guy.
Yes.
And you know, Devontae Adams is going to want the hell out too if he winds up getting traded.
Yeah.
And here's a stat for you too, as far as like being an NFL MVP.
Right.
Only 2 NFL MVPs never returned the following season to their franchise. Jim Brown, Norm Van Brocklin, and they both retired.
Yep.
So this is like unprecedented. This is like historical nature here. If Aaron Rodgers gets traded and they continue to say no, you need to capitalize on that right now if you cannot mend this.
What you got for us, Q?
Has anybody talked about the troll that Shailene Woodley is?
We haven't gotten
You know,
into
his
it yet.
girlfriend.
You know,
we was gonna get to his girlfriend in a minute, but the other part,
Fiance.
yeah, it's so dear Lord,
Fiance.
awkward. The other part to what you said is when they were playing Tampa Bay in their playoff game last year, and they put the clamps on Devontae Adams. Who else was there?
You mean Devontae Davis?
Devontae Adams. They put the clamps on him. You notice they did some things to bracket him and to take him away from him. Who else is there to go to?
Yeah, your next best bet's Alan Lazard.
Yeah, and Valdez Scantling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like I said, who
I
else is
just
there
did
to go
that.
to?
Who did that?
Hey, so we
And there he goes.
Oh.
Sante Samuel
son of
Jr.
an onion.
to the
God,
not
dude.
San Diego,
Not San
LA
Diego.
Chargers.
LA Chargers. But now we can get to the lady in his life. Tell us about it, Q.
Well, isn't she a bit of an activist?
She's a big time activist.
Yes, and that's the reason why they get along so well.
Extremely high paid actress, also.
Don't know
Well,
anything
first
about
of all, I would rather masturbate with a cheese grater than watch any of the Divergent
it.
series.
I will write that down.
She looked good in the first one. The second one, she tended to let herself.
Well,
go a
she
little
took
bit.
the hair off.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
she took it off because she was doing the Fault of Their Stars movie.
Okay.
My wife read that book.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm definitely not going with you to see that one.
Wasn't Aquaman's girl from Entourage in the original one?
Aquaman sucks.
No, from Entourage.
Entourage.
What was her name? Moore.
I know
Demi?
you're talking about. No, Demi.
Mandy Moore.
Mandy Moore. yeah.
Mandy Moore was in the original The Fault in Our Stars, right? Fell in love with somebody. She had cancer. They were looking in the telescope. Blah,
yes.
blah,
That
blah.
was-
Yeah.
That's not what that movie was called, though. Wasn't it like A Walk to Remember?
Oh, it was A Walk to Remember.
Oh, that's a walk. Yeah, okay.
Thank
I
you.
bet it was a watch.
We're-
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, Shailene Woodley. So, do you think that Rodgers and Woodley will be getting together soon with Diab and Kaepernick? little activist dinner with Nessa and Colin.
I don't think their
I mean-
activism goes that far.
Rodgers looks like he's making a push though to go to Denver. That appears to be
He's the only one that has. That's the only team that has money.
it has money
Yeah.
to do so.
Yeah.
But like and the Niners are also like they made a deal. Apparently,
yeah.
there was a report the other day.
They made a pitch.
Yes, and it was
Hold on.
players it was
Famous
picks.
words. You made a deal with your sales rep. You didn't make a deal with me. What's up, Spike Eskin?
Oh Jesus! I knew we were going there.
Oh,
Bow
man.
tie, skinny pants.
Skinny bow tie, skinny pants.
But look at Denver. I mean, that's a great situation for him. You got Jerry Jeudy and you got Cortland Sutton coming back, and then
And
you got
the other kid.
Hamler
KJ Hamler.
and then Fant,
and
the tight end.
why am I missing the running back?
Oh well, Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon, yeah.
Philip Lindsay's no longer there, but
Yeah.
they just drafted the kid from North Carolina. That's
Yep.
a hell of a situation.
Exactly, and they
Yeah.
still have a decent defense. It's
Yeah.
not like it was when they won the Super Bowl,
Yeah,
but
they
But
do
they
have
just got
cap
Patrick.
space.
They just got Patrick Surtain.
Yep,
Jr.
exactly.
The
It's a great
third.
situation to be in.
A tremendous
Oh, yeah.
situation.
You know what? We didn't consider one thing about the Eagles. We're going back here real quick, jumping, but bye-bye JJ, right?
I mean, it's got to be the case.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's got to be the case. I mean,
Are they
like,
going to keep him over Hightower? I don't think so. You can't
Uh,
keep him over Fulgham.
no. And Watkins showed some stuff last year towards the end of the season that they liked. So
Yeah.
yeah,
He
are
only
they-
had 10 total receptions on the season.
but he was hurt for most of it. But Arthega-Whiteside, yeah, he's on the way out. At this point, you're looking at potential, and also Arthega-Whiteside makes more money than
Yeah.
Quez Watkins. So if you can drop his contract and his deal, you keep Quez Watkins around.
Yeah.
I guess. So let's talk about let's we've got a bunch of time left still, right?
Yeah, we got about 9 minutes.
9 minutes. All right.
Awesome sauce.
Let's go over the entire draft.
Okay.
Complete total draft coverage here. And then we're going to talk about the best and worst dressed of
Oh God.
of the night. Look at you, Sam.
What?
Because I thought everyone looked good.
Oh my god!
So did I. Yeah.
You're just too damn nice.
I
Well,
really did.
I really like his
you did
personality.
especially enjoy the sausage look out of Mac Jones's tight pants. I get you.
He was strutting like Vince McMahon.
He was with pants too tight.
You're way too tight.
I mean, hey,
What's
Say-
that?
say-
What's that?
Sam
poem?
got excited.
When your ship comes in, I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it.
Don't butcher it. Don't butcher it.
Don't butcher it.
I'm gonna pull it up though, and I'm gonna do it right now. 'cause
Pull it
it's
out. What?
Funny.
What? Oh, oh.
wow. Watch the zipper.
Who was that? Was that him?
Yep.
The beans are over. Frank, how'd you get?
How'd you get the big over Frank?
Oh my God. Come on in. Take a look at this. What the? No, don't take a look at it.
We got a bleeder.
This never would have happened to Woogie.
Woogie.
I've got a little poem that I'd like to read in honor of this occasion. If I may.
This clip sucks. Hold on, let me try again. See if I can get a better quality one. There we go.
The Sport Clips MVP experience.
Yeah, Sport Clips.
Yeah, get a haircut.
Pressing your
Oh,
face.
Haircut.
And we got to put all 15 seconds of it into it.
Tender sports clips.
Sorry about this, everybody. This is on me, but it's worth it. Trip down memory lane and pants too tight.
I've got a little poem that I'd like to read in honor of this occasion, if I may. It's all to get you put out the boat. It's easy to grin when your ship comes in and you've got the stock market beat. But the man worthwhile is the man who can smile when his shorts are too tight in the seat.
Yeah. Come here, Pookie. Come here, Pookie. So now we know what Sam was excited about last night. So you are excited that a good-looking Alabama prospect goes to the New England Patriots
No.
to take the place.
No, I didn't know. Stop.
Identical body build. Identical body build.
Identical.
You guys saw the photo I sent you
Oh,
earlier.
yeah.
How
Yeah.
come I wasn't in that group
Looking
text?
like
You were.
Tommy. Yes, you were.
Oh,
You
in
gave
that
him the
original
finger.
one? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's when Diaz said that we need to Photoshop your face on
Yeah.
Belichick's body with the
Yeah.
with the binoculars.
With the binoculars looking at it, you gave him the finger.
All right, everybody, let's get into the draft.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, Trevor Lawrence, great pick. We all agree.
Nice.
Zach Wilson, great pick.
Nice.
All agree.
Solid.
Trey Lance, how do you guys feel about this?
I like it. I'm telling you, man. I was watching on ESPN. You were watching on NFL Network. Man, Louis Riddick is head over heels on this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you weren't going to trade from 12 up to 3 if you were going to take Mac Jones. As we saw, Mac Jones drop back to 15. And in a lot of ways, I never really thought the Niners were in on Justin Fields. This also cements that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to spend another season in San Francisco because Trey Lance is more of a project at this point than he is like a finished product. So I think he's going to sit a year behind Garoppolo, and if he is pushed into service, I think he can perform pretty well with the weapons that they have there.
I don't think it was so much of a push. I think that if Garoppolo,
stretch?
a stretch, but I think with Garoppolo, if he starts faltering like he did in the past, they will go to the kid because I think the kid he does have a high ceiling. But
I want to know why the steam came out of the engine with Jimmy Garoppolo so fast.
I mean, it came out extremely fast.
Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl.
He was missing some passes, and when you have a guy like that, he's gotten you far as he can get you. And when you experience that with Alex Smith, you experience that with certain guys.
Jared Goff.
Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, they get you far as they can, and you have to move on because if you continue to go down that hallway, he's going to get you to the same place over and over again without going over the mountaintop.
I was wondering if he would be available.
Who, Donovan?
No.
Number 5 will always love you.
Oh, God, please, somebody. They retired his number, huh?
Yep, I was at that game.
Donovan? Yeah, you don't see it every time you're sitting in your seats at the link?
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
I try not to.
You don't remember all those banners?
I try not to.
Why do you think he drinks as much as he does?
Thank you. Except tonight, I got gas, baby. It's not helping. Whatever. I don't care. I am pushing through. You guys have no idea what kind of a soldier I am right now. I am in pain.
That's why Tank and myself are trying to carry this show.
Please, because I'm going to go to bed at 9:01. Atlanta Falcons, Kyle Pitts, generational tight end, highest ever.
Yep.
Selected.
Tremendous pick.
No doubt he's going to be successful.
He's going to be the man.
That's going to be a heck of an offense, especially if they don't trade away Julio, which is still being rumored that's going to be post June 1st.
Has anybody ever thought that they utilized Julio properly?
The last couple of years, yeah, but then again, Julio last year didn't do himself any favors because he couldn't stay healthy. Like he kept on trying to bring himself back early from a hamstring injury, but that leads to bad things if you don't heal it properly. And we've seen that with Deshaun Jackson and a couple other guys over the years. Man, like hamstrings are very, very sticky situations.
Yeah, of course. Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I mean that was an obvious selection. It was either going to be him or Penei Sewell at 5, and I wasn't surprised when he got taken.
Right.
But that right there, like once Sewell didn't go at that spot, it was just all right. Where's Sewell going to go at this point? Because we said earlier, if Sewell didn't go at 5 to the Bengals, where else was he going to fit in, and how were we going to get one of these 4 players that we were all talking about?
Right.
How was
before
Horn,
he drops to us and
Horn,
we wind up taking
Satan,
him.
Smith, Waddle? Like how are one of these guys going to get to 12?
Right.
And so Sewell being taken. We're going to talk about him in a couple minutes when we get to the Lions pick.
Right.
Him going in that spot was huge.
Yeah.
Any surprise that Waddle went before?
It just
Davis.
shows how stupid the Dolphins are. I mean
Smith.
Unless they really wanted Waddle at 6, then it worked out for them. But they gave up a first-round pick. Like we wound up giving up a third-round pick to trade up 2 spots, and we got a first-round pick in Devontae Smith. I mean, like it worked out on our end. But for the Dolphins, though, I mean, unless they were really targeting Waddle, I don't see why the move.
Well, the Waddle thing, it kind of puzzled me because he was injured last year, and I was just recently talking to my agent, and he was like, "I'm not going to buy damaged goods." My old age, we did, and we did, and we continue to do that. And he was just saying, "I'm not going to buy damaged goods. I'm only going to look at the people who played last year. If you opted out, that was your damn fault."
Landon's injury. Do we remember it?
Not really. I just remember what you said, Hollis. I mean, you're up by 20, 24 points or whatever at the end of the national championship game, and he came on for the last snap.
Yeah.
He was dressed for the game. He didn't play the whole game, but in honor of him, Nick Saban put him out there for the last play when they took the knee. So, Not sure what his status is going into this current season here. But he does have time. I mean, the Eagles offensive line, I thought all along that we had everything kind of in place for next season and even the backups. But this kid, he's going to have time if he needs to sit out. There's no rush to get him on the field.
No, sit out. Only Hulk.
Diaz is going to love him because he loves all players that sit out their first year. Simmons and Embiid.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was a big Nerlens Noel fan.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt. Trust the process.
And he loved Markelle Fultz.
Did he get injured in a fight?
I don't think so.
Landon?
I'm looking. All right, hold on.
I don't.
Sorry, I don't know enough about this, but all right, we're not.
Let's
seeing it.
look it up. Let's move on to the next pick
Let's
here.
do that.
Number 7.
Detroit, Penei Sewell.
Yeah.
Solidify the offensive line, baby.
You have to protect the statue.
Yeah.
That is Jared Goff.
He is not moving.
No,
yes,
he's not moving.
Yeah.
And Jared, would you still pipe Sean McVay's fiance?
Why do you think he's in Detroit?
I know.
All right, Carolina Panthers, I think, got the steal in this draft, although everybody thought they were
Justin Fields.
going
Yeah, I
well.
saw
They were going
Fields.
Justin Fields.
Yeah.
100%. And they said it. They said it out loud.
Mhm.
Horn drops, and I guess Horn, that was about where he was supposed to go, but maybe not. They jumped on him. What do you guys think about this?
Well, I loved it. All he has to do is take an hour drive down the way to go to Charlotte, and he's still at home.
Yeah, I mean, I was really surprised they didn't take Justin Fields there or even trade out of that selection. Remember, last year was the first year with the Panthers under Matt Rule, and they took nothing but defensive players. Right. And here they are, the first pick this year, and they took a defensive player. But when they picked up the 5th-year option on Darnold,
Sam Darnold,
yeah, at that point you knew they were going to go in a different direction.
I'm sorry, I was doing my best Matt Rule impression.
I didn't know if I had something on my chin.
And the funny thing with that Sam Darnold thing, I'm sorry, you haven't done anything, and you had an opportunity. So you stink until you do something. You stink. I'm not sold on him.
Denver Broncos, Patrick Surtain, the second.
Solid selection.
Solid.
I mean, Vic Fangio is a defensive coordinator by trade. He has been for a long time. He looks at it like this. He's going to be able to make plays on the outside when you have Chubb and Von Miller.
Oh, yeah.
Giggity.
I mean, well, you get a Chubb from Von Miller.
Giggity.
But those two putting pressure on the outside, Surtain is going to be able to sit on some routes and jump some routes.
Yeah, not only that, it's like they went and traded for Teddy Bridgewater. They went and traded for Teddy Bridgewater so that they could get some points on the board because the Drew Lock experience may be over.
Let's do this. We're through 10. We're not going to go over our pick. We already did that.
Yeah.
We come back. We're going to start with 11 and whether or not you guys think that Chicago trade was worthwhile. But on the back end, or coming back for our second to last break, the rest of the NFL draft players picks, what you think? And then we're getting into best dressed yesterday. Everybody, Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, Philadelphia, brought to you by our good friends at Bud Light. We will be back right after this.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. E-double-L, I said so. I keep big bills up in my heart on the dirty like blood. So ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful. And I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full of lime. In it to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kidding. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. Got some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge. Take the door off your bins, pop over your friends, man, please. This shit ain't cynical, man, no subliminal. I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, the mama claims she want a soldier. Not the type be in the tank, but in that Rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like AIDS full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like, yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, here diggy gutter when he knew he soft as butter. He ain't never been a fighter. You can go and ask his mother. I'm a lover and a fighter, producer and a writer. Give your girl a quick fix and give your man a nice shiner. You know y'all don't really want it, and I can tell just by looking at you that you the type to run and go and tell just by looking at you. You on a mission for recognition by dissing. Didn't have no problem till the record started breaking, but y'all don't really want it. So let me tell you the deal. I'm also serious. I'm dirty. I'm no longer for real. I'm like a hop, skip, and the jump. A clock grip on the pump from leaving you in the trunk. Somewhere prepared to dump, but y'all don't really want it. So quit acting like you're deaf. I'm looking to my right, trying to see who's left. So you better watch it before I stick to the plan and be the next artist to run up in your stand. Like, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, man. Y'all don't really want it. Don't really want it. Y'all don't really want it with me. I know you shook money. You ain't built for a skirt as a nigga can be. It's gonna sound like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming for ya. It's gonna sound like when I'm coming, like when I'm coming, like when I come for ya. It's gonna sound like, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it now.
All right, everybody. Green Legion Radio. Sam, shut up.
Someone had to be told to shut up tonight. Besides me.
Wow, Jesus. Because the good news is you're fired. Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, Philadelphia, brought to you by our good friends at Bud Light. We're going over the draft. Full coverage right now, first round. I don't think we're going to still be on when the Eagles make their second pick of the second round, their third round pick. But doesn't matter because we like damaged goods. Nothing better than taking a center / guard who has, Kyle, how many injuries?
He had back-to-back injuries at FSU for his sophomore, junior year. That's why he went to Alabama, where he then proceeded to blow out his ACL. Back to you, Q.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not like.
Let me ask you this question. All right, Tank. Because we still have more picks to get to, and I'm hoping this show is over soon because I'm dying over here.
Push to it, big dog.
As an owner, a general manager, somebody in the war room, what makes you look at that kid and understand? You know, we saw the highlight reel,
right?
You know, he is a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast.
When he's healthy.
Yeah, when he's healthy.
But what compels you to think that this guy's going to be anything less than breakable when he makes it to the NFL?
And that's the $1 billion question. Why
take the risk?
I know the one thing that I do know is that the medical staff is in there, and they probably done it. And
the medical staff for this team is absolutely effing horrible.
And that's where I was getting to. And so you know that they've already given them the green light to go ahead and do it. Oh yes, we can fix him. Oh yes, he'll be okay. Oh yes, he checks out, and then he gets there and he stinks up the joint.
The part that bothers me about it, and I said it a little bit earlier, that bothers me is you need to find starters in this draft.
Exactly.
And this kid isn't going to start from day one because he's a center, which we have Kelsey. He's a guard, which we have Sayamalu and Brandon Brooks.
Right.
So and then you have backups in those areas. Like I said all along, at the beginning of the show before we even made the pick, what bothers me is I thought that we would go into the season with the lines intact. I mean, you have big money spent on both sides of the ball in the trenches, and you needed to build up the skill position players, especially on the defense. You need safety, you need corner, you need linebacker, and you didn't address any of those needs, and that's where it bothers me.
You picked up Herbig last year.
Yeah.
You picked up oh God,
the kid from Auburn.
Yeah. Jack Driscoll.
Jack
Driscoll.
Driscoll. I love Jack.
All right, what are you doing?
You're gonna get Dillard back, and then
You're gonna
Dillard and Mailata.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Sorry,
I don't know. I don't know what you're sorry. My eye twitched when you said Dillard. But
Let me correct myself too. His freshman year, he had an ACL injury, and then he had back-to-back ankle injuries his sophomore, junior year, and then blew out his knee in the SEC championship game in his senior year. Other than that, though, I don't see any other injuries.
How come Quimby's not yelling at you? I say he tears his ACL and he gets steamed off at me, and here you are breaking
I
down
can
the whole
see this. Here it
timeline.
is. Ready? Well, we looked at him and we had our medical staff absolutely give him a thorough physical, and we think he's going to be just fine in the NFL. Really?
Quagmire.
You know what he is?
but
You know what he is?
Mr. Glass.
He is too big for his body.
He might be.
No, I mean, did he gain weight to play?
Or did it? Or
Remember
did
your Teddy Bridgewater argument?
Did he gain weight fast to play? Because sometimes when you
Genetically speaking, your body is not supposed to. You can put on all the weight you want.
Yeah.
But your body, your foundation, your framework, your skeletal, your cartilage, is it capable of handling the weight that you put on?
Yeah.
And then the extreme levels that you push it to.
Yeah, not only the levels you push it to, but the weights that you have to lift to maintain that, and are your joints built for that? And the only way I can tell is if I look at his hands. If I look at his hands, that means that lets me know that he did something that he wasn't supposed to get to that size. Because most of the time, if you're a big dog, you'll have big mitts.
Right.
And your feet don't really mean anything. The smaller your feet, the more athletic you are.
And that goes back to Devontae Smith too, or
Davis.
Don't expect him to be. If he puts on 20 pounds, he's perfect.
Yeah,
it doesn't work like that.
Doesn't work like that.
He's gonna be that size.
The only person I can remember in modern Eagles era that put weight on and didn't lose a step was Hugh Douglas.
Yeah.
Putting on 15 pounds in the offseason, going from about 255 to 270. And dominating because it was all muscle, but he also had the lower half was a train.
Yeah, but he could maintain that though. He was back at 260 by the time the season started.
So the linebacker
and his comparison is Levante David and Darius Leonard.
Not Devontae Davis. Levante David.
Yeah, look.
That's Levante Smith.
No joke. I was at a brewery last night called Levante Stables. So.
What were you doing? Hanging out with a bunch of pedigrees, my man?
we had a Alt 104.5 brewery tour event.
Okay,
nice place, good people, good times.
So I have to pull back everything I was going to make fun of. It's all good. It's all good.
Yes.
All right. What do we think about the trade from Chicago with the Giants? Aside the fact that the Giants got a ton of picks.
I mean, listen, I look at this as a way for Nagy and Ryan Pace to extend their time in Chicago because they can sit there and say, hey, we're going to go into the season with QB1 Andy Dalton. But don't fire us after the season because we have Justin Fields in the holster, and we're just putting our hands on him, Tank.
Yep.
We're just getting him going and up to speed within our system. So next year is going to be the one where we unleash him. So they made this move here, thinking more about their current stature within the Chicago Bears than anything else. But I look at it like this: Ohio State quarterbacks have historically sucked in the NFL.
Bobby Hoyer.
Oh God, Dwayne Haskins, Troy Smith. Like these guys have not been good. JT Barrett, Pryor. Like everybody sits there and goes, "Oh man, this guy's can't miss. You can't miss this guy," and then they suck. So like, I'm not going to say Fields is going to suck, but the fact that you're coming from Ohio State, where historically you suck, and you go to the Chicago Bears, where the quarterback situation historically
sucks.
This right here is a recipe for disaster.
It's a recipe for sucking. And the one thing that I did notice is in his draft picture, he did not look happy about he did not look happy about my God, he had the stank face on. It was like, I can't wait to get there at work. I was like, oh man, yeah, you're really convincing me. I'm still.
Who are you trying to sell?
I was like, I want you to know that I'm watching you. I'm watching just you. You're not reeling me in.
Yeah, well, Terrell Pryor was a pretty good receiver for a year.
Right?
Quarterback. Yeah.
Pause. How about? Did you guys hear the news about Tim Tebow? He's trying to play tight end.
The Jaguars.
No, they gave him a trial too. I wonder why.
Yeah, gee, I wonder why.
Urban Meyer.
Look, he actually went to the tryout, Colin Kaepernick.
What is it? A priest, a murderer, and a racist walk in, and you're in the 2010 Florida Gator.
Yeah. Urban Meyer.
Oh, that's why I hate him.
Yep.
Dallas
Wow.
Cowboys. How
Yeah.
about them Cowboys? Micah Parsons. My parents are Cowboys fans. I love the Cowboys. I wore blue, hoping this is what would happen. Well,
No,
Micah, as much as I wanted you, you can enjoy your time in Dallas, and I hope to God you aren't injured your entire career.
Makes it less painful to see him go there, right? I'm glad he said that.
It honestly does.
It does. And
It's not less painful than Landon going, oh, don't worry, my knees will be fine.
I don't know if he said that. I think Howie said that.
Yeah, I think the
Oh,
medical
hey,
staff-
Dude.
his knees are gonna be great.
And this is
Well, Howie knows about knees.
This is another goddamn Sidney Jones pick.
Sidney Jones / the fireman.
No, not the fireman. The fireman was healthy.
Yeah, but
He just sucked.
Well, he didn't want to play football.
All right.
Yeah.
Sidney would have been one of the best
Yeah.
had he stayed healthy, but Sidney sucked after his injury.
I just want to hop on the fire truck and go put out fires.
This is a joke. This pick is going to haunt.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. I guarantee this sucks. This pick sucks.
I'm not happy about it either.
Yeah, I'm not. I was elated about it until I got the backstory. I saw him.
Yeah, I'm with you, Tank.
Yeah,
I didn't know he had that
damaged
injury
goods.
history. Yep.
Yes, exactly.
Damaged goods.
And like I was telling you earlier, my agent was. I'm sorry, I hit the mic. Deepest apologies.
Stop
My-
talking with your hands. Sit on them. They're too big.
What are you, Italian?
Yo,
Yo,
Bobbity boopy. Bobbity boopy. No, so
Family Guy, I know.
Yes, but now my agent was like, "You don't go out and buy damaged goods. That's why we're at the grocery store throwing canned goods on the floor.
Because you get them for a cheaper price.
You know it,
AKA not in the second round.
Yeah.
So who do we have at 13 there, Quimby?
13, we've got the Chargers taking Rashawn Slater, an offensive tackle out of Northwestern. I actually like this
Me
kid.
too.
He was decent. I think he was pretty decent.
Protect
He was
Herbert.
also has the right attitude.
Yeah, he plays tackle and guard, so it just dubbed him as an O lineman, and he came out and he did a great job.
And protect the franchise. Justin
Yeah.
Herbert, man, you got to keep him upright. And the only way he's going to get it to those weapons, like Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, is
Hey, we got
if
to
he's on his
protect
2 feet.
Jalen Hurts too, with
Yeah.
somebody that's been using a walker for the last 4 years. Excellent pick, Howie.
Just a bit outside.
Jesus Christ.
How can they be laying off these pitches?
Ball 4, ball 8,
Ball 12.
and Vaughn has walked the bases loaded on 12 straight pitches. How can these guys lay off pitches this close? New York Jets, Vikings, Elijah Vera Tucker, guard out of USC.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, no,
He's pretty
protecting,
decent. Yeah,
protecting the franchise.
Yep.
Patriots, Mac Jones. Sam, what do you think?
Oh, well, obviously it's a Patriot, so of course I love them.
Good. There we go. Do me a
She
favor.
means it too.
Do me a favor. Make sure you clip that.
Yes.
Save that.
Make sure you clip
I
that.
hate everybody.
I just love those pasty
Welcome
white
to
boys
my
and their
world.
boxers.
Wait, why do you got to say pasties around Sam?
Awkward.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you guys are thinking about going somewhere over across the bridge, huh? Calling audibles.
Well, you're not in good enough shape to go out.
Might as well keep going.
Yep, I agree.
Bubbling brown sugar. Oh,
Arizona Cardinals, Zaven Collins, linebacker out of Tulsa. I know
I
nothing
loved
about
I
him.
loved him.
They love their
I
linebackers,
loved
though.
him. He's about 6'4", 260 pounds of rangy killer.
Is he?
Yes.
Look at
all
that.
over the field.
Grab somebody that actually has some size to him.
Yes, they did. It was interesting. I thought he was going to go a little bit earlier, but they're known for picking up guys like this so they can move all around the defensive line and in the linebacking core because he can stand up, play outside or inside, and he's great in coverage.
Your Las Vegas Raiders.
Who'd they get?
Alex Leatherwood, offensive tackle. out of
Offensive tackle out of
Alabama.
Alabama. Pretty good pick.
Does he have an injury?
No,
he
I don't
played-
believe he does.
No, he did. He
does.
played all last year and the year before that. And they're looking to protect Derek Carr, keep him upright because he was. I think they felt like he was hit too much, so they were looking to protect him. And this one of the kids that could come right in and start right away.
I mean, listen, if you're a football player and your last name is Leatherwood, I mean, that's got to be a good sign for something.
Yeah,
So,
that is, you're about to lay the leather on the
yeah,
wood.
yeah, exactly.
Or we can go back to the future. Peckerwood.
Peckerwood,
Yeah.
yes. Hey, I'm not trying to deal with no reefer addicts.
Reefer addicts.
All right, Jalen Phillips, defensive end out of Miami, stays in Miami.
Wow, stays in Miami. Yeah,
No, he loves it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
he's pretty good. He's one of those Rangers guys. He's about 6'5", about 260 pounds. And he loves to set the edge. He's physical.
He can turn pretty well upright as well.
Yeah, but the knock on him why he fell so far was because he couldn't stay really healthy all the time. Because that's why.
Well, that was the first edge rusher to go in the draft.
Yeah, I know, but he was
over Quiddy
Quiddy Petty. Yeah.
Quiddy Petty.
And I was surprised at that because they can move Quiddy all around the line. He's
Right.
He's a man amongst boys.
The Washington football team. Are we worried at all about? Is it Jamin Davis?
I mean, the only thing that worries me is the fact that Ron Rivera knows what to do with the toys
I know.
that he
Yeah,
puts
he puts
into his system. So, I mean, it's going to be pretty easy for him to be rangy behind that defensive line
Oh, God.
and to be able to make stops if anybody does just so happen to get through.
Yeah.
So, at this point, I think I was on my third drink and I was starting to taper off. So I really can't give you a full blown scouting report on him.
But I think he's pretty good in that. They also mentioned that they picked up the 5th-year option on Payne on the other defensive lineman. So this will go well with what he's trying to do.
The New York Giants, Kadarius Toney.
Reach.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's
reach.
a
man.
There's a reach for the high shelf. He's got tremendous speed, and when he gets the ball in his hand, he's a bit of a home run hitter at times. But he has to catch the rock. He just has to catch it.
He has Jordan Matthews syndrome.
Way worse than that.
I also just look at it too. Like you just signed Kenny Galladay, you have Darius Slayton, you have Sterling Shepard, you're getting
Still have Evan Ingram.
You have
too.
Evan Ingram. You just signed Kyle Rudolph. You brought in John Ross. You have you're going to get Saquon Barkley back.
Mm-hmm.
The kid played well in his place last year. I forget the name of the running back for the Giants last year. He played well. Like, what do you need? Like, your defense sucks. It's awful. Like, why are you not A, trying to build up maybe on your offensive line, or B, on your defensive side of the football where you should stop somebody?
This is true. And they often go and they mess up the draft this way. Overthinking things.
Quiddy Pay going to the Colts at 21. Doesn't have to move far from Michigan to go.
It just further solidifies that defense that they have. I mean, like,
oh my God.
Like the Colts really don't need much. They just need Carson to not play like this year's Carson and to play well, and they're going to be in the AFC Championship game. Like the offensive line, they have weapons. Their defense is stout.
Yep.
Man, it's just
they have a middle linebacker, Leonard.
Yeah.
He's a stud.
They know what they have to do.
Yeah.
2 defensive ends. They have to stop Josh
Yep.
Allen, and they have to stop
Exactly.
Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly.
And you might have to deal with Aaron Rodgers too now.
Exactly.
Before we take a break, Caleb Farley. All right, slotted as one of the best cornerbacks, but injury prone.
2 back surgeries. No.
To Tennessee. Yeah, you don't do it, right?
Yeah, 2 back surgeries. 2 back surgeries,
Right.
and then one of them was just in February. So,
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, like really at this point, you're trying to reach more for potential, but the Titans are not that far away from really being. They were in the AFC Championship game 2 years ago, and they were in the playoffs last year. So, like, you need pieces that can come in and play. Can Caleb Farley get himself right for next season to where he's going to be able to contribute and reach that top potential that he has? That remains to be seen. But, I mean, in that point, man, you got to get something that's going to help you in that defensive secondary because they were getting smoked last year.
yeah, his play style reminded me of Bobby Taylor.
Yeah, isn't that what we saw on the comparison?
Yeah, when they put them next to each other, I was like, oh yeah, right.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, we're gonna get to the last 10 picks and a couple other silly things before we finish out today's program. Remember, tomorrow, baseball brunch, Bud Light baseball brunch at Philly Live Casino, live with Chris Sack and Greg Murphy from 11 to 12. Come down, show your face, get a free neck sip when you come down with a Green Legion logo. We'll have bags and bags of those. And then stick around for the 12 to 2 coverage of everything that took place in the draft today. It'll be an interesting show. We'll see how bad the Eagles can screw it up. Right now, F minus on second day grade. You guys, Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports Philadelphia, back right after this.
missed the boat that day. He left the shack, but that was all he missed. And he ain't coming back. Yeah, Tombstone bar in a juke joint car. He made it stop just long enough to grab a handle off the top. Next stop, Chi-Town, Leo put the money down and let it roll. He said, one more job, ought to get it. One last shot, before we quit it. One for the road, lead up. Whoa. He's for the mind, he's for the show. Lead all the way, oh, the Lido. Whoa. He said, one more job, ought to get it. One last shot, before we quit it. One more on the road. Lido be running, having great big fun until he got the note saying, "Toe the line or blow," and that was all he wrote. He be making like a feline, heading for the borderline, going for broke, saying, one more hit ought to do it. This job ain't nothing to it. One more for the road. Lead up. Whoa. He's for the mind, he's for the show. Lead all the way. Oh, the Lido. Whoa. One more job, ought to get it. One last shot, and we get it. One more on the road. Lido. Whoa. He's for the money, he's for the show. Lead all the way. Oh, the Lido. Whoa.
Speedo. Whoa. Our man Lido Shepherd down in Jacksonville listening in right now. What's up, brother? Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, Philadelphia, brought to you by our good friends at Bud Light. My name is Quimby. I'm alongside Hollis, Tank Thomas, Sam Brady, Chris Sackmaster, and the Gobbler. Anyway, we're about to finish up here, and I forgot a segment because I got so wrapped up in how awful I feel right now. But we did start a new segment a couple weeks ago, and it's called I Told You So. Tank, how many times did I say my worst nightmare was we're going to lose Micah Parsons to the Giants or the Cowboys?
Told you so. You said it 1,000 times.
1,000 times.
As soon as we traded behind them, because the funniest thing was, I was like, it's pretty good. We got some more picks and stuff. He was like, nah, we traded right behind the Cowboys and the Giants. I was like, fudge.
So guess what? Now we have to listen to Micah Parsons' name at least twice a year, maybe more.
Maybe he will take over Landon Dickerson's injury history.
Or Sean Lee.
Oh, God.
I mean, hey, one can only hope.
We got to remember he missed an entire year, though. I know he's an animal, but
Yeah,
Well,
did.
he
That's
sat
why-
out, and you know what? His combine was one of the best performances
Yeah.
of all time. It'll take him a week or two to pick back up on
Yeah,
this.
but that's crap in shorts, man. Like you got to be able to hit,
Everybody's Superman in shorts. Remember, Mike Mamula had a tremendous combine.
which cost us one sack.
Sam Mamula?
Oh God,
No,
Is she ignoring you?
she
Mike
is.
Samula, right?
Ah,
But then I'll see my way out.
yeah, thanks. All right. Anyway, I told you so, everybody. I told you so. Minnesota Vikings from Seattle Seahawks through the Jets. Christian Darrisaw, offensive tackle out of Virginia Tech. Do we care?
no,
Not really.
not really.
I like the last name. It's kinda cool.
What do you know? The Pittsburgh Steelers get another running back. Well, how does that continue to happen? Oh. I don't know.
Also running back too.
Najee Harris is a stud.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's a man amongst boys.
He's
Yeah.
a good dude too.
He's a good guy.
No, I mean he grew up in like a homeless shelter, and for the draft party, he put up a bunch of the kids and put like a big screen TV in there and catered it and all that stuff so they could watch the draft.
With what funds, may I ask?
Hey, however you get it, or maybe he fronted the money. I don't know, but
Magic.
good for him. Good for him.
No, I'm kidding. Start paying college players.
Yes,
Just start paying them.
For the likeness. I'm all about paying someone for the likeness. If they're selling your jersey, or they're selling your memorabilia, then you should get money for that.
Yes.
Well, sure. I'm all about giving them money for everything. If you're part of the entertainment and the revenue stream for the university, and the revenue stream
And you're allowed
is
to gamble
greater,
on them.
and the revenue stream is greater than the scholarships they pay,
Way greater.
then done. Done, and done. I would bet 2 college football games and national televised games covers all of the scholarships for a football team.
Pretty much.
Rest is gravy.
Mhm.
Jacksonville Jaguars from the Los Angeles Rams. Travis Etienne.
Travis Etienne. That was a great
Love
pick. Love it pick.
Love it.
Love it pick.
Cleveland Browns. Greg Newsome the second, cornerback out of Northwestern.
He's pretty good. Greg, yeah,
It's a great pick.
yeah, it was a great pick for them.
Solid.
Yeah, because they needed to get their back end shored up.
Baltimore Ravens. Rashad Bateman, wide receiver out of Minnesota. Minnesota had a hell of a team there for a couple of years.
Yeah, I like it, but Lamar Jackson still can't throw.
This is true.
Well, he's going to rely on his tight ends. But
Well,
they already have all the pieces on defense, so why not muster up a better wide receiver core?
Yeah,
And he-
normally tight ends are relied on when you can't throw the football.
Now, when
Exactly.
you don't have receivers to throw it to, he actually can throw. Just check it out.
Well,
Watch
he's
it.
got Hollywood Brown, though.
Hollywood Brown. Is the
He
one
can throw.
trick
He
pony.
can throw a deep ball, but
Hollywood-
his intermediate stuff is not.
How
good.
about they get open on intermediate?
Oh well. So we're making excuses for him, but we couldn't do that for Carson last year.
No, not really.
Wouldn't you like them to get another running back to replace Mark Ingram?
I don't know. Possibly.
No, they have. What are you talking about? They have J.K. Dobbins.
He's not.
Oh
proven,
my
so-
God, are you kidding me?
He was a beast. He was a beast.
Yeah,
Shut your mouth.
he's okay. I mean, he hasn't proven anything yet, but he's okay.
He proved he's a beast.
Peyton Turner, defensive end, edge rusher out of Houston, goes to the New Orleans Saints.
Yes,
another
yes,
one of your
yes, that
former
was-
teams.
Yes, he was a beast.
Yeah, they were long rumored that on Thursday to make a move up into the top 10.
Yeah.
because I think they were looking to get a quarterback.
A cornerback, a corner.
It was a corner.
They were looking to get one of the corners,
Okay.
or if they were looking to move up to get a corner, because they're back in. They lost one of their corners. So.
Right. Okay.
Gregory Rousseau, edge rusher out of
Oh,
Miami.
we passed Green Bay, I
I'm
think.
sorry, Green Bay. Eric Stokes.
So did Aaron Rodgers.
And I pass gas every break.
Just during the break.
So another defensive player for Green
I
Bay.
tried to sneak a couple up on you,
Finally.
Kyle, but you didn't figure it out.
Kyle's face is turning almost as green as the walls in here.
They finally drafted the a defensive player, which they could have used last year in the playoff game, huh?
Well, I'll tell you what, there was an interesting debate that was taking place last night where if Aaron is looking to get out, you have not given him or drafted an offensive weapon in the first round in the last 5 or 6 years.
10 years. I
10
addressed
years.
that when you were trying to poo earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
9 defensive players and the quarterback.
And they got
in the first
lucky.
round last
They
year.
got lucky with Aaron Jones.
Oh,
They
yeah.
didn't expect him to be what he was going to be.
No, they didn't. And he wasn't drafted in the first round. We talking about the first round. The first round is where your impact players come in and they play immediately. It's like, so when you don't draft anybody for me offensively, and you're talking about we're not trying to rebuild. But then in the first round, what do you go do? You go move up and you draft a quarterback. But you still want me there, but you're not putting the things around me to make me better.
Exactly.
Right.
So, and I understand why he wants to leave.
Gregory Rousseau, edge rusher, Miami to Buffalo.
Yes.
As if that defense needed more help.
No, they did need help. Their defensive, they could not get pass rush at all last year. And that game when they played against Kansas City, they got torched because they could not get to Patrick Mahomes. Now, a lot of teams have that problem.
What was the final score of that game?
It was like 20 points.
I don't know. It was about 20 points. Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad.
The kid that they
I was in the
drafted,
hospital,
kid they drafted, he opted out because his mom was a nurse. He opted out of this past season, but the previous season he had 15.5 sacks. He started out playing receiver.
Wow.
Zach, where were you?
6'8".
Oh, yeah, 38.
I was in the hospital during the conference.
Oh, you were
championship
visiting
game.
Landon Dickerson?
Yeah. I had blood clots, though.
Oh, God.
Running around with that assless skirt.
I got
going, Landon, how's your leg?
Where did this go?
Woo! Where's your leg at, Landon?
Wow.
Baltimore Ravens from Kansas City Chiefs. Jason Owe, edge rusher out of Penn State. A little bit of a project.
Yeah, project. He didn't have any sacks, but they were trying to pump him up by saying that he got everybody else their sacks. Damn that! I want you to get gold. I want you to get the gusto. Damn it! Get there to the quarterback by any means necessary.
Yeah, Ravens always can afford to have projects on their defense. They're so stout.
Yeah.
And finally, your Super Bowl champion, Sam Brady, Mrs. Sam Brady, winning Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Joe Tryon, edge rusher out of Washington.
Yeah, he's
never
a beast.
draft Pac-12.
Yeah, he's a beast though. But the funny thing about that pick was in before they were on the clock, and when they panned back to their war room, they had already left.
They were gone.
Yeah,
the lights were off.
Yeah, they're all sipping martinis in the green room.
Yeah, I mean they're drafting for depth this year. Yeah. They're bringing back every single starter.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, and they have a good record of drafting from Washington because of Vita Vea.
Yep, Vita Vea's a beast.
Keep the streak going.
Yeah.
All right, we got 1 minute left. Best and worst dressed. I got mine. Mac Jones. Yo, man. Yeah. All right, we'll see your package at some point, bro. But we didn't need to see it on stage last night.
He's got the full package.
Sam might have. Sam might have needed to see that.
There was
Sam Jones. Sam Jones.
Who's your best dress?
Jamar Chase, without question.
Oh yeah, he did. He did look pretty good.
Fashion sense for me. I don't understand the whole showing the ankles now when you're wearing suits.
I was wondering that too.
Everybody, it's like you're wearing like loafers, and you're showing about like 6 inches of your ankles. Like,
are they wearing socks?
I'm old fashioned.
No. Well, they might be, but they're
no.
Stinky feet.
Yeah, but Jamar Chase had on didn't he have on sneaks? Jamar Chase had on sneaks.
I don't know, but he was dressed in a nine, man.
Yeah, he dressed as 9. He had on sneaks. There was a couple of guys that had on sneaks. That I like that.
Who had the worst smelling feet?
Yeah, you talking
anywhere?
You talking about anywhere?
Yeah.
Are you talking
when
about
you
worst,
played?
When I played, the worst looking feet was Deuce's.
Really?
It was between Deuce Staley and Keith Adams.
Deuce,
what about
Deuce
smelling?
looked like the dude from Star Trek 4. When
probably
saying, if the shoe fits, and the dude has alien feet.
Well, it was just like a little piece of black toenail on the big toe. It was like just a little, nothing else, just that little piece right there. They look like dogs' chew toys.
Dude, sorry, bro. Sorry you can't call in to defend yourself.
I'll say Jalen Waddle, I thought, was swagging out last night. I'll go with him.
Yeah, sunglasses at night.
Yeah. Well, look who you're talking to.
Corey Hart.
Yeah.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
All right, buddy, let's call it a day.
Yeah.
We will see you tomorrow at Philly Live Casino from 12 to 2 for full draft coverage of every pick that took place today. Also, don't forget, Baseball Brunch with Murph and Sack starts at 11 at Philly Live Casino. This is Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, Philadelphia, brought to you by our good friends at Bud Light. We will see you tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing you. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing you.
$6525 Parkline Drive. And like always, I'm kicking it live
Gonna call the fellas to see if they is with this. Gonna get down with the sound of big breakfast. Start up the day with some Bob Marley. Back to the woods for that fresh parlay. Maybe even spark a little Nicky J. And then it's off to Center City in the fastest way. Cause if you gotta get downtown real quick, then the only way to go is I-76. Unless of course you wanna take that scenic view, then the east or west river drive is right for you. But if you ain't got any time to lose, put the pedal to the metal for that voyage cruise. And get on down to I-76. Cause in 1996 there ain't no tricks in the mix.
Back in 1982, man, it was real cool in school if we got good grades. Like straight up A's, our parents would take us to a 76 game.
I got my game and there ain't no shame.
Big shots of Mo Cheeks and Moses Malone. Julius Erving called Phileas home. Bobby Jones, Darryl Dawkins, and Tony Sinking Freeze. Rocky Balboa will come from South Philly. But if you want to make it on time to the show, there's only one road that you really have to know. So get to Fishtown without all that jive. I suggest that you drive on I-95. Want to get downtown but feeling the fix? Get on that road they call 676. The most expensive piece of interstate they ever made. The fellas ain't famous, but they got good game. Get on 76ers. Charles Barkley, this Larry Bird. Get it low, 76ers. Charles Barkley, this Larry Bird. Shoots the middleman now disguised as the tour. The Valentine's fine to the Catman floor. Lounge and leather seats and 76 getting nice Cadillac. DBL Christopher for the Heist Expressway expression. So the pop is pressing up another piece of baby a painted session. Guessing the answer to the question. All the Philly fellas living life is our profession. Destined to escape our lost spector.